Hello. What's going on, everybody? Hello. Just give me 1 second here to get set up, and we'll be good to go for tonight. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. It is Monday, I think, right? Something like that. All right. Let's switch over here. All right. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello. Free. What's up? Cage, what's up? What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? All right. Why am I the only one? You won't be. You won't be. It'll be quick. Yeah. All right. Okay, never mind. Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's having a good Monday evening. Let's make sure everything's set up on my end here. We don't have game audio. Let me fix that. Ali, hello. Z Real, how's it going? We should have some game audio now. Yep, perfect. All right, guys. Very excited for the Assemble for Charity streams. Yeah, that's actually going to be something I'm going to talk about soon. I think with the time change, actually, I'm 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. that night, so I'm actually missing Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But for anyone who sticks around, maybe I'll do some giveaways or something for anyone who survives that 3-hour night shift with me. It's something I'm looking into, but once I nail down some details, I'll figure it out. RCPD, what's going on, man? The Assemble for Charity stuff is going to be good because it's a good showcase of a lot of the community. It's a great cause. Obviously, Stardust is you know what? Stardust has become like a good friend of mine, so I'm obviously happy to support him and to kind of, you know, do what I can. Right? What's going on? Carl, how's it going? So yeah, I mean, it's going to be exciting. I totally didn't even realize about the time change, because I was like 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. It's not bad because I end at 3, and then I have Falcon and the Winter Soldier right after. And then with the time change, I guess they pushed everyone forward. And now I'm 1 to 4, and I'm like, oh no. So
the Resistance has located
it's brutal. It's brutal, but it is for a good cause. Oh, what's up, Calix?
Army of our worst enemies. I'm sure you'll agree that we can't let that happen.
What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Listen, Hulk smash, okay? All right, Harry, fair enough, dude. Hulk smash. Hulk smash, my friend. How's it going, by the way, dude? How you doing? All right.
We're dropping you off.
Whew, I gotta get into the gaming position, guys. So what we're gonna do tonight, guys, I think we're just gonna chit chat. We're gonna talk your predictions for Square Enix. We're gonna talk your predictions for Future Imperfect. If anyone wants to come play, feel free. As always, let me know. And we'll just kind of hang out tonight, guys. Obviously, it's gonna be a busy week, but what better way to start it off than to hang out with you guys and play some Avengers? So 3 days left. Yeah, man, 3 days left. It is closing down quick, man. It's closing down quick. And you know what? Like, I'm working tomorrow and Wednesday, so before I know it, it's gonna be Thursday. You know, it's gonna be one of those things, man. Checking in. Did you like my idea for that new place today? Oh, the community one. Yeah, it's good. It's a nice little way. If I could speak, it's a nice little way to bring people together. You and Stardust cracked me up on yesterday's video. Stardust. He is just something else, man. He's something else. I love the guy, though. You know what? It's funny because before Stardust and I did that first episode together, him and I didn't actually talk a lot to each other. I think, like, obviously, like, I knew of him, he knew of me, but it wasn't anything like we like had talked before. So it's kind of funny how in such a short amount of time, you know, now he's bullying me on my own show, you know? That freaking guy. I'm here, bro. So hyped for this week. Yo, what's up, Leafy? I'm glad to hear that, man. It's gonna be a crazy week, man. It's gonna be a crazy week. I mean, not just for Avengers, right? Like I said, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. If any of you guys are into the Justice League, we've had reviews come out today for that. I mean, like, it's just it's gonna be one of those weeks where it's all happening at once, you know, which is crazy. Hollywood, bro. Hollywood. Yeah, you're not wrong, man. Mr. Hollywood himself, right? Mr. Hollywood himself. Stardust, you mean Tom Holland? Yeah, we can't blow up his ego like that. You know what I mean? If we keep blowing up his ego like that, before you know it, he's gonna be just unbearable. I'm not the only bully anymore. No, you're not, man. You're not.
We're scanning the facility for the clone
You
forces.
certainly are not the only bully, my friend.
I am sending you to the lower floor
It's
to
so
find
funny how
out
many people like.
more information.
I didn't hear it at first, but now that people are like brought it up, like I hear Tom Holland when I listen to him. I just don't tell him because like I feel like his ego is just gonna blow up, and I can't have that. I just can't. How did the reviews for Justice League look? It's tough to say, man. I think a lot of the reviews. I think if you're looking, if you kind of liked Snyder films, I think Justice League is more of the same. If you're looking for like a totally different, like, and I say different direction, but if you're totally looking for something other than what Justice League really is going to be, you're probably not going to enjoy it. It definitely seems like people who understand the Snyder films like pretty much gave the movie a good review. I've seen some reviews that like totally kind of missed the mark though of like what he's trying to go for. Yeah, I don't know if that's like the expectations are off or what, but I think it's going to be a movie. Like if you look at like Batman vs Superman or Man of Steel and you're like, I really like these movies, I think you're going to go into like the 4-hour Justice League movie and you're gonna be like, oh, this is really good, right? If you're going into it expecting something totally different, you're gonna walk out of it being like, yeah, you know, like to be quite honest with you, I'm pretty excited for it. You know, I think Snyder does very good in visuals. I think he can kind of lack in some story and some dialogue at times, but I'm pretty excited for it, not gonna lie. He's already unbearable. Yo, Warrior, what's going on, man? How you doing? I want his ego to blow up. Oh my god, guys, we can't do that, right? I'm so hyped for Snyder Cut and Hawkeye drop. It's going to be a crazy end of the week, man. If anyone wants to go to work for me Tuesday and Wednesday, just let me know. You can take the money too. I just kind of want to just not. Well, I want to work because it's going to pass it by, but I also don't want to work. So to start us tell you how good Future Imperfect is after he time traveled? No, he didn't. That little snake. That little snake. He didn't. Yo, Jenkins, what's going on? How's your day, bro? It's going on all right. It's going all right. Not too bad, actually. What about you, J-Rob? I am Batman. I am just a guy. Okay, honest thoughts about what you think we will see on Thursday. I think it's a perfect opportunity for a roadmap, to be honest with you. When I think of like the approval process for a roadmap situation, I think like lining up with a great first event for Square Enix, whatever, for their first digital event like this, I think it makes a lot of sense. And I think when you do an event like this, you're all about trying to capture new eyeballs to the game. And I think honestly, you're not going to have a bigger opportunity than this, which means like you need to come out swinging. And I think it just lines itself up perfectly. I mean, you know, I'm sure we'll see like a little bit of a trailer or teaser for Black Panther, but I think the main meat of what we're going to get for Avengers is going to be that roadmap. So for me personally, it's got to be that roadmap. Does the game come out on March 18th? What's up, Sean? Yeah, it does, dude. Marvel's Avengers comes out on March 18th, guys. You know, I'm playing the early access version. I'm very interested in the train's Taskmaster's boss mechanics and Future Perfect update. That's a great question. It'd be interesting to see. Maybe they've like updated him. Maybe they can say like over the course of like so long he's like fought with other heroes and learned like, you know, took their moves or whatever. That'd be an interesting way to change up that fight. I'd actually think about that. That'd be kind of cool, right? And Hulk is Hulk Batman. Same. Yo, what's up, Morgan? How you doing? Pretty good. We get that roadmap or at least Black Panther. We'll get one of those two. I'm personally aiming for that roadmap. You know, I did give it that little guarantee on the show. I'm sticking by it. I'm sticking by my oh my god. Where did my health go? I'm sticking by my thoughts on that one. It's roadmap for me. It just makes too much sense. Just too much sense. Electro, what the hell? Electro with the 5? I don't even know. Did you put a message with that, dude? You didn't. You just sent the 5. That's crazy, bro. I appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot, my man. I thought all heroes and villains were dead. How's Taskmaster still freaking alive? I don't know. I guess we're going to have to find out. I think the thing about Future Imperfect is there's still a lot of narrative that we just don't know, right? Which is exciting, you know? Like, there's still so much that we just don't know, which is a nice thing, right? Lots of things could happen, you know? I think they paused War Machine because of the change of philosophy for clone characters like Hawkeye was supposed to be. That's actually a really good, interesting thought, you know? And that lines up with a lot of things that, like, Miller has said regarding, like, the development of, like, War Machine and how he's seen, like Iron Man take a lot of the stuff War Machine was originally supposed to have. So if that was the case, then obviously a shift in development focus would mean that, like, War Machine had to go back to the back burner and, like, the whiteboard, so to speak, a little bit. So I don't think War Machine's ruled out. I think because of, like, the change in development focus and philosophy, War Machine probably will come out a little bit later.
Great work, Avengers.
For them to show the roadmap, need to be very confident that we able to launch the things on the date they showed. Wow, that's a great point, man. That's a great point. And honestly, if they do show a roadmap, I would have the utmost faith in them to hit those dates. Simply because of, like, there's gonna be a lot of eyeballs on that. If they miss those dates, yikes. What about you? I'm all right, Morgan. I'm all right. Do you think after a while they'll stop on old gen, just follow new gen in order to expand the content even more the hardware, like how GTA? Eventually, like, what did Sony say that they're planning to try and get support for the PS4 for, like, a bunch of years after? I would say that eventually, yes. I just don't think it's gonna be anytime soon. I think roadmap would just be Q3 2021, just ranges. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, Leafy, I said that months ago. You know what I mean? I said if you're not comfortable with exact months, I said just give quarters. You know, then you give yourself a range, and then if something comes at the start of the quarter, you're kind of you're kind of just like, hey guys, look at this. And if something doesn't come at the start of the quarter, you can just say, hey, like, our date is still the quarter, but it's going to be at the end of it, right? Like, there's so many ways you can manipulate that. But it's definitely smart, you know? We have 40 people, only 13 likes. Come on. It's all good, Jenkins. It's all good, man. Now, despite me not enjoying Captain Marvel and the MCU run here combat tree in this game, I mean, I feel like Captain Marvel would be one of those characters that would blow everyone away in terms of, like, I always said, like, binary mode. I would feel like you hit the binary, your ultimate, it's binary mode, and the whole gameplay just changes. I think that'd be a really cool idea. Why is AIM just holding a bunch of Avengers gear and chests just put around the place? Good question. I'll you know what? I'll ask Keanu. I'll hit him up and I'll be like, dude, can you tell me? And we'll see what he says. I'm guessing Taskmaster might have accidentally time traveled with Hawkeye, since there's a mission where Hawkeye faces Taskmaster mercenaries, or you could be an AIM clone. That's an interesting idea. That's a really interesting idea. I think that could make sense. Hey, sorry I'm late. Jalen, you're good. How am I doing? I'm good, doing all right, Jalen. How you doing? Like, we knew Kate would find Hawkeye future purpose, just question, which is sick. Exactly. We don't know how it ends. We don't know where the Maestro fight is in comparison to the rest of the DLC. Could it be at the start, the middle, or the end? Like, there's still so much we don't know about narratively and, like, the narrative structure of that DLC, which is going to be nice. I'm just worried about spoilers because, like, there's so much that's going to happen that day. I know someone's going to burn through it as quick as they can and just, like, post the spoilers. So it's going to be an interesting day. I'm going to do my best to avoid spoilers as much as I can, but it's going to be tough. Very true. In the trailer featuring parallel some scenes that let us know there'll be some difficulty between the Avengers, Bruce and Black Widow Piz, and the dog that got stuck. Yeah. Oh, that dog's name is Lucky, Morgan. You can't just say the dog. It's Lucky. Maybe it doesn't need to be days. Maybe just say, like, it's winter, autumn. Yeah, exactly. Just a range, you know? Just a basic range that kind of gives an idea of when to expect things.
This isn't the heart of AIM territory.
You think them admitting they were considering the cloning Kate moves to Hawkeye is a sign that before they had a lazy mentality, but then the devs drew a line and said now they're going to do the thing differently? I think it's a sign that, like, I said this on with Stardust. I think the mentality of the developers were to try to reuse as much as they can to cut down development time. I think as we start to see development kind of move away from, like, the launch and everything that's happened since then, we'll start to see them try to implement and incrementally change the philosophy around, like, reusing assets to try and, you know, reuse some assets, to reuse as little assets as possible, and create, like, whole new experiences and whole new varieties of things that we get. It definitely does seem like at the start and in development focus, it was how do we, like, maximize everything we make to get the most value out of it. And in a way, it is smart to do that because obviously, like, you save costs, you save time. But I think when you look at a game like this, if you're gonna do something like that, you got to make sure you sprinkle it with as much original stuff as you can, and hopefully they start doing that, you know. Captain Marvel is one of my most anticipated characters to play. There you go. I'm actually most anticipated for Winter Soldier, but Captain Marvel could be pretty cool. Black Panther and Winter Soldier are two of the ones I'm most excited for. Would you like to see Fantastic Four pop as DLC? Eventually, of course. I would love to play as Human Torch and Invisible Woman. I think, like, The Thing and Mr. Fantastic, you know, like, you know, I'm not saying we have, like, carbon copies of them already, but we got very similar characters. Human Torch and Invisible Woman, for example, are, like, two very unique characters that I think would be a very unique style for the game. You know, it's similar to, like, what a Doctor Strange would be in this game. Very, like, a very unique and be something different, you know? We need to anime-size future romance like Hydra Space Goons. Yeah, of course. I think, like, any romance would also include, like, new villains, you know? Like, it's okay to just put heroes on there, too, but I think people would get more excited if you put, like, new villains this date. You know, even if you can't say which villain or, sorry, faction it's going to be, like Hydra, for example, I think at least putting it on there so people expect, like, a new faction around that time would be, like, super good. But we'll just have to wait and see, guys. I mean, I'm excited. I don't know how you guys are feeling about Thursday, but personally, I think Thursday is going to be a lot of fun. You know, I think Thursday for me is like pre-launch levels of hype, you know, which is it's very rare for me to say that, you know. I get excited about things with this game, granted, but the excitement I feel around Thursday is really good, man. Really good. Is this PS5? Yeah, I'm playing on PS5. Dr. Doom is the final villain. I would love to fight Doom. If I don't read your message, guys, feel free to just go ahead and throw it back in the chat. Just try not to spam it too quickly. But if it's something you want me to read and I miss it, just, you know, feel free to just kind of put it back in. Just try not to, you know, Control V, enter kind of situation. But other than that, you guys are good. It's my fault if I'm missing anything, guys. Do you like the skins on this game, Marvel Heroes Omega or Fortnite? Honestly, I don't mind the skins on this game. I think it's the conversation we had earlier, like this week, J-Rob. Like, you know, obviously different people have different thresholds for what they like. You know, some of the skins, like the latest Hawkeye one, for example. I've said like it's not really my kind of jam, but for some other people it will be. You know, would I like to see a more classic take on Hawkeye? Of course I would. You know, with the pink and the purples and all sorts of stuff. You know, like I said, I don't disagree that they can do better, you know, but there have been some skins that people have been very critical of that I've actually come out and said I like, you know, and I think that's going to be a thing that's just going to happen, right? But yeah, I mean, I would love to see more skins and different skins and stuff that's more, you know, unique and, you know, obviously more in line with what we get from other games, for example. I also think like the art style that they've chosen is a little more grounded in approach, and it totally depends on how they fit it into their world, right? But obviously, if you're looking at just kind of like taking stuff from like the comics and implementing it into the game, yeah, I mean, I've said like before, like Superior Spider-Man, when Spider-Man comes out, I really want that skin. I want Superior Iron Man. I want Hydra Cap, for example, or like when he has like the Hydra armor. Like there's all sorts of skins that I want that you could just like rip from the books, and I would be so happy with it. Now if they give me like a weird version of that, yeah, obviously I'm not going to be happy about it, but you know, someone else out there probably would be. It's very hard, you know, it's very hard to try and balance what people want when it comes to like cosmetics and stuff, because everyone just has a threshold of what they like and what they don't like. It's definitely not easy, man. Definitely not easy. What's up though, Prime? Biggest content drop plus the Square Enix present. Yeah, it's going to be super sick, guys. The Square Enix Presents is going to be very exciting. I highly suggest whether you guys come here to watch it or you go elsewhere to watch it. If you have that time off and you're not doing anything and you're a fan of the game, or if you're a fan of any of the other games, I think it's all going to be really good. But I would say if you're a fan of the Avengers, I would highly suggest you watch that. Highly suggest you watch it. I don't think, like, and if your biggest worry is that it's going to show off, like, Hawkeye content, I wouldn't worry too much about that. Wouldn't worry too much about that. What's up, Kevin? What did I miss? Not much, man. Not much. We're just hanging out, just chatting. A little bit about the Square Enix presentation. A little bit about cosmetics. You know the deal, bro. Bull, what's going on, though, buddy? When this game gets that boost that needs the Fantastic Four and X-Men would be sure to be in the game. Yeah, X-Men would be kind of cool. I'm obviously like a big Cyclops guy, so Cyclops for me would be pretty perfect. Xavier would be kind of cool. You know, it's crazy that would be. Xavier would be kind of fun. Gambit, I think, would be a lot of fun in this game, in this world, and kind of their own combat systems. I think Gambit would be really good, actually. There's a lot of characters, man. I've always said Silver Surfer is my guy. I mean, I would fight all of you if I had to get Silver Surfer in this game. Every single one of you. 1v1, you know? I'd box every single one of you out probably. Probably not, but I would do it for Silver Surfer. All I need in this game is Scarlet Witch. Yeah, that's a big one right now, right? That's a big one right now. Did you see a dumb Reddit post with the title screen using stock assets? I have not seen a lot of the Reddit posts. Is it by Wolverine? Let me grab this chest. Just to know, OLT and Colonial Labs aren't technically announcements, right? No, they're not technically announcements, no. Because it's like, that's delayed content. That's not something you put in a bit, like, I wouldn't say that's anything you put in a big kind of press event like this. And I say press event, but like a very big, like, mainstream event, because like it's just endgame content that's been like delayed. That's stuff that like you may put together like a small trailer for and put it out on your social medias and YouTubes. That's not something you technically put out on somewhere that's getting like a lot of viewers. No. Hawkeye is the best overall skins in my opinion. I agree with that. Yeah, Hawkeye has a lot of good skins. Even though like I'm super excited to use the Ronin one, I think you look at like Hawkeye and you say like, wow, you know, and that's like, and a lot of that comes down to is them just like learning, you know, taking in the feedback and kind of implementing that feedback, you know. And the unfortunate thing is like the process it takes to go from like community feedback into implementation and then to see that implementation is kind of a while, you know. So like stuff you guys say now may not be implemented for a few months, but it is stuff that, you know, if they realistically can use, they will. It's just, it's one of those things where unfortunately it's like it takes time, you know. Jean Grey would be sick. True. Wolverine, Cyclops, and Storm are a must. Storm would be cool. I mean, you got Wakanda coming up, right? There is a little bit of a Marvel history connection there. What do you think we will fight the Kree and then get the endgame content? Good question, man. Whenever we get Captain Marvel, I would imagine the Kree will be on like the sole focus of our game. And who knows when that's going to be, you know? That will probably be something that's answered on Thursday, I would think. Oh, sorry, Iron Man. Sorry, buddy. I want more older Spider-Man like he's 23. Yeah, I think a more established Spider-Man would be very cool. I could see them going that route, to be honest with you. Something like, you know, he's been doing this for a while, and something draws him in to, like, team up with the Avengers. You know, it's not something he normally does or whatever. I think something like that could be pretty cool. Like, they know of each other because of, like, their acts or whatever. You know, we obviously know, like, there's characters that, like, the Avengers have interacted with before, obviously, in universe. Even though they're, like, not in the game. So, like, maybe there's, like, a history they could build upon with, like, Spider-Man, you know? How the hell do I get up there again? Marvel or Blue Marvel, and I'm a whale for the game? Yeah, I know, man. I know, Caged. You are the biggest fan of Marvel that I've ever seen. There we go. Do you think the event will spoil the Hawkeye DLC? Great question, man. Actually, I don't know. I don't think so. I think whatever we get in Future Imperfect will kind of wrap itself up in a very logical way that makes sense. But it is very weird that, like, they're now, like, I don't know, like, how this timing stuff came about, because, like, they're announcing, like, what is honestly probably going to be, like, their next DLC, a part of this presentation, on the day that we just get, the next actual DLC. So, like, is it possible that there's some spoilers involved? Maybe, but, like, I would say probably not, just because, like, that'd be really shitty, you know? So I wouldn't worry too much, but it is still, like, weird timing, you know? Bro, you guys tell this fix Hulk. We've been asking since beta if Hulk at least jump further higher. Well, the combat needs a rework. It's something that they've like commented on. Like, what was the stream with AJ on Friday? He said like they're looking at internal metrics to kind of look at Hulk. It's something that probably is a little bit more work than just simply like making him run or walk faster or higher, you know? For like a map like this, it probably works, but like when a lot of this stuff is like indoors, it's probably a little bit harder to kind of tweak that stuff, because like they build out their interiors with something in mind. Now, if you make Hulk jump higher in interiors, like, you know, you like it could totally mess the traversal up in that way. In terms of the combat stuff, yeah, I think that stuff is probably something like everyone has seen since like day one. I think there's some stuff I've seen with like his intrinsics and stuff that you could fix in order to make him like a little bit more meatier. The problem is, as I said this earlier in the comment, like this morning, I think it was, the stuff about Hulk is like trying to balance like power fantasy and like game balance, right? And like, how do you find the perfect balance between the power fantasy of having Hulk be the raging monster that he is, and then like trying to make sure like he doesn't break the game, you know? And that's a delicate balance to take. And I imagine that's something that you have to take into consideration when you look at kind of tweaking these characters, you know? Not saying like it's something that'll never happen, but I think the conversation surrounding it is a little more delicate than just simply kind of wholesale make these changes. You think with Spider-Man they'll add a city hub world to roam around? Phil did say that when it comes to patrol mode or free roam mode, there is something that we may like about it. I don't know anything more than that.
Not comforting.
So stay tuned on that one. Hello, High Ruler. Do you think Phil was also hyped to get the bug fix that allow CL and Omega level threats to drop? Good question, man. There are going to be fixes in 1.5. We don't know the extent of those fixes. It's very possible that a lot of these fixes in 1.5 will allow them to kind of implement cloning labs maybe like a week after or 2 weeks after or whatever their timeline suggests. The problem is like stuff like that does kind of need real world testing before you kind of just like say whether or not they're going to be fixed or not, right? I would hope so. I would honestly, honest to God, I would hope so. If Cloning Labs, when Cloning Labs drops, whether that's, you know, in 2 weeks, in a month, whenever it does drop, I'm going to be like streaming that whole weekend. I'll take some time off work and we'll just kind of do like community day or like community weekend. And we'll just make sure everyone that wants to run it can come run it. And we'll make sure everyone gets the completion on it that we can, you know, whether it's, Xbox or PS4, PS5, you know, because I'm excited to run it and I want to run it with you guys as much as we can, you know. Can I play with you? Yeah, man. Just add me High Ruler on PlayStation. I will have an Xbox soon, guys. My Xbox comes in the 24th, and then I'm gonna take some days to play it off stream. And then once I have a character kind of decently up there, I will be playing some Xbox with you guys. I know some Xbox people have been asking, but for anyone who has PlayStation, yeah, it's just High Ruler on PlayStation. If anything, they nail stories. This seems like a chunky chapter. I'm so pumped. Hopefully, Leafy. Hopefully, man. Hopefully. I'm very excited for the story aspect of Future Imperfect, you know? I think it's going to be like a pretty typical time travel story, you know, like go to the future, see how we failed, bring that stuff back. Like, you know, there's going to be a little bit of elements of like traditional time travel story. It's like, how do you interweave all these kind of things going on, you know, and like, how do you prepare for like what's coming with the Kree and like what's next and stuff like that. So like, yeah, I mean, it should be good, man. I'm excited for it. I want to see T'Challa's design and suit design on Thursday. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I think we'll see some sort of T'Challa suit, Wakanda area. We'll see something along those lines, I would think. Something like that, I would like to think. How many characters do you see us getting here? Probably 4 to 5. I see. Well, it depends. Like if you're not on PlayStation, you obviously get one less because of Spider-Man, right? But if you're on PlayStation, probably what? Spider-Man, Black Panther, Winter Soldier, She-Hulk. Maybe not. I don't know. It depends. Like I don't know. Does War Machine come back into play because of like their design philosophy is like switched around, right? Does War Machine come back and, you know, Miller has said like he hasn't seen a lot of movement on War Machine. Is that because of their philosophy has changed and War Machine comes back around? I mean, like it's totally possible, man. To kind of want to run in a bunch, I got support Kamala. Don't worry, appreciate it, man. I always need a healer. Do you think MODOK will come back? Yes, 100%. They've like publicly said that we've not seen the last of MODOK. So MODOK will come back. Do you think this game would try to last as long as other live service games like Apex and Fortnite? Of course. I mean, like, the whole goal is to make as much money as you can, right? And as long as, if the game gets into a state where it's making money hand over fist, or, you know, it's making enough money for Square to, like, look at it and say, like, this is something we want to invest in long term, other than just kind of like the Marvel license, if they look at this and say, like, this is profitable enough that we want to, you know, support this game 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years, right? Of course they will, you know? Because at the end of the day, you know, if the game makes money, right, why would they not want to support it? It's all about making money, man. Carson, what's going on? I'm on Xbox. I haven't given my hope in this community. Welcome. I'm excited to play with the Xbox guys soon enough. Soon enough, man. We're going to be doing a lot of Xbox stuff. I know there's a bunch of people, and I'm excited to get on and play with you guys for sure. It's gonna be fun times. It's gonna be fun times. Yo, Hood, what's up, man? The most exciting thing is that the future and purpose story will tease and prepare the next enemies, which will not be aim. So punk. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously the big thing is that they're leading up to the Kree, right? Like that's the big one, is the Kree. So, like I said, I know people are tired of aim, and I get it because you know you look at aim and we've been fighting them for so long, but it's gonna get to a point where like people may have like nostalgic memories of fighting aim. You know, it could get to that point down in the future. You know. But it's not going to be like we're going to be fighting aim for the whole game's life, you know? It will be we're going to move on. It's just a matter of, like, us getting there. And I understand, like, if the process of waiting and time and all that stuff kind of sucks. I get it. But it will get to the point where we're fighting other people, other species, other whatever. Let's support developers and buy that Ronin skin. Yeah, let's do it. Earth She-Hulk is going to be the same as the Hulk? In what way, Carson? What do you think? I can see where you have to hold the sprint button and X and let go so Hulk can jump higher. That's an interesting way to do it, like a button combination to do it. Yeah, it could be really interesting. So then basically what you're doing is you're allowing people outdoors to jump farther and higher, but you're still allowing you're still keeping your like design of your interiors intact. So like, oh, that's an interesting way to do it too. I didn't think about it that way, TJ.
But in order to bring the world back in balance, we need you out in the field.
Last week, didn't you say you get an Xbox, right? Yeah, I am getting an Xbox. I checked it today. It hasn't shipped yet, but it comes the 24th. I'll actually be at work when it comes, but I will have an Xbox coming soon, Carson. There's a lot of people here than usual. I think people are just excited, Carson. I think people are looking at the game. I think people are looking at the game again, excited about this week. There's a lot to be excited for, you know?
I need like a couple minutes real quick.
Unpopular opinion, would love to see Elsa Bloodstone. That's a character I've actually not seen many people talk about. That's crazy. When's the last time I've seen Elsa Bloodstone mentioned at all? Marvel Heroes? Was Elsa in Marvel Heroes, guys? That's actually a character that just interesting. All right, guys. If anyone wants to come play, let me know. We can run rifts. We can run whatever you guys want right now. Let me know, and I will invite you guys, and we can all party up. Listen, I'm a Hulk fan, Hulk main in this game. Hulk doesn't need a buff. If your gear's trash, and your Hulk will be trash and won't feel powerful. You just have to get good with Hulk. Well, a lot of it comes down to like the gear too, you know. And like we can get into a conversation about gear. I think gear right now isn't in the greatest spot, and you know it's funny because someone in my Discord had put a suggestion in about gear, and there's a lot of like different layers of like gear that if you strip apart, gear can actually stay the same, but you're stripping out all the needless pieces of it. And it's really it's one of those things where I think maybe I'll make a video on gear and talk about what I want out of Gear 2.0, because there's a lot of things that I sit down and I think about now, and I'm like, wow, this gear system kind of sucks ass. Crocodile, you want to play? What's your PlayStation, man? Did you add me already? I want to see Wolverine. Yeah. Elsa Bloodstone's in Ultimate Line. Okay. High Ruler is growing as Invisible Man. Rising tide lifts all boats. Well, I've said that before, Leafy, that I said as the game gets better, the people who cover the game get better, right? You know, and obviously it's one of those things where, you know, hopefully after the 18th, if I'm right, then, you know, it'll be good times, man. And that's not just for the content creators, that's for you guys as well. Anyone who plays the game. Ideally, if I'm right, after the 18th, it'll all be good. I got a test tomorrow. I need to sleep. All good, right? All good. Good luck on your test, buddy. She was in Ultimate Alliance. I want to play. Okay. All right, guys. If you want to play, add me on PlayStation. It's just High Ruler. And let me know of your PlayStation names in chat, and I will make sure I get you. We're going to have to, we're probably going to have to cycle through a lot of you guys, but I will do my best to get everyone who wants to play in here. I will do my absolute best, guys. Hood Rich Hippie. I have you, right? Is that... I got you. Okay. I want to get Crocodile in here because Crocodile did ask. Crocodile, mine's just High Ruler, man. Highruler. Destiny has arrived. What's up, Jazzy? I think Hawkeye will be the best character in the game. Think about it. He has range attacks with the bow and arrow, and then he has a sword. Hawkeye looks unbelievably good, man. The problem is going to be is everyone's going to want to play Hawkeye on the 18th. So if I drop into online, no one's going to like. I'm never going to find a game because everyone's going to want to play Hawkeye. It's going to suck. It's going to suck. What's so bad about the gear setup? I think there's a lot of complexity that inside the gear setup that doesn't necessarily need to be there. I might have to put my thoughts down on it, but I think Rid, if you're in my Discord, Rid had put a message up, and a lot of it comes down to is like you start tearing away all these different layers that the gear system has, and at the end of it, you just end up with a system that just seems overly complex with like none of the benefits of it, right? I think there's ways to like simplify the gear but still achieve like the same level of depth that they're looking for. It might be something I really have to sit down and like map out in my head. But I think there's a system there that you could probably implement that does what it needs to do without like all the extra layers of like bullshit, I guess. Damn, this guy on PS5? Yeah, I'm on PS5. My PSN is dethorned. I sent it a little bit ago. Okay. Give me a sec. Yeah, I'm on PS5, man. Sorry if I'm trying not to rub it in. Hold on. Oh, there you go. I got it. Okay, Micah, Almighty Drew, and then these are probably bots. Anyone who has like PlayStation Plus, I guess I'll accept because like they're probably like real people, more than likely, hopefully. Where's Crocodile? Crocodile, where are you at, man? You've been asking, so I want to make sure I get you in first. Want to make sure. We're gonna add DeMarkin. Okay, so we're gonna add DeMarkin, and then whenever Crocodile comes out, and then yeah, one last person. We'll do like maybe one or two, and then we'll switch everyone out if we have to. Do a gear thoughts video all in. Is this worth $30 for the PS5? Jim Bob, that's a great question, man. And I would say probably, yeah. $30 for the PS5. Yeah. I would say pick it up now, but don't play it until the 18th, until next gen comes out, you know? So yeah, so buy it now if it's $30. I think $30 is a pretty good price, and then wait until the 18th when the next gen version launches, and then you get all the benefits of the next gen version, and you're just sailing right there, man. 100%. I think $30 is a great price for it. How do you feel the game got better and the big YouTubers were popping on the game, came back hyping it up? Chris started working with them over YouTubers have been holding this game down. I mean, at the end of the day, man, I think I don't. Okay, let me just form my thoughts on this. I think if people want to talk about the game and Crystal wants to work with those people, all good. You know, like that's totally cool. I think any good press about the game is great. If people want to watch more content about the game, I think I've positioned myself well that people may stumble across my channel. I can't compete with like the bigger guys or whatever, of course, right? But I think I do well enough in my own little space here that if the game got into a great state, I think I would benefit from that, regardless if Crystal wanted to work with other content creators. I think Crystal's free to work with whoever they want. You know, but I think at the end of the day, I got to make sure I look out for myself, and I think I've done a good enough job doing that. Honestly, I'm sticking to Xbox what I'm used to. Once you get Xbox plan, I'm going to be saying you need to let me play. All good, Carson. For other people that say Hulk is not good because he's too big or slow, that means he's not playing your style. Doesn't mean he's not good because I do crazy damage on the challenge 4. Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to like I think there's a little bit of weight there, like an encumber, like what's the word I'm looking for? Like an encumber system. Like he's like he's a weighty character, you know, and he doesn't move very quick, and he could be very cumbersome to play. Like Hulk is one of those characters you do have to get used to. Mom on YouTube. What's up, Play Avenger? Yo, hi, really. I'll play it if you just go out home from work rolling a fatty first. How'd you? My name's Spudo Man. Yo, it's all good, man. Enjoy your fatty, bro. Enjoy your fatty. How do you say? Is it Kieran? $30 is nothing. All free future content. At the very least, campaign is solid. Yeah. $30 for PS5. No, he's saying Avengers is PS5. The game is either for you or for not. Yeah, true. Let me get Hood. Wait. My man made me add him and you didn't accept. Yo, Hood Rich, where are you on my friends list, brother? What are you doing? What are you doing, dude? All right, we're gonna run one quick here. I haven't seen Crocodile talk in a while. I'm gonna invite one more person. Crocodile, if you message, I will get you in as soon as I can. I just don't want to keep up the stream too long here, buddy. But I know you want to play. I'll get you in. Hold on, bro. You're killing me, man. You're killing me. The 18th has me so nervous. I don't know whether I should give in the hype or remain cautiously skeptical. Travis, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I've given into the hype. Man. And to be honest with you, it's all hype all day, baby. Let's go. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it on the 18th, man. Like I've said it. I said I think it's a roadmap. I've given that personal guarantee that it's a roadmap. And if you guys want to come here on the 18th and rub it in my face, oh, you're in Crocodile? Okay, perfect. Wasn't there something you said about adding more skills to existing heroes and new takedowns? Yeah, I think they have said that eventually they will add existing things to characters, like existing, like new skills to existing characters and stuff. It's just a matter of like when to implement that stuff. I think stuff like that is probably good to implement once you get to a point where you're like raising the level cap. But I don't see a level cap increase until maybe Black Panther. You know. If we already own the game physically, you just pop the game into the console and will be eligible for the PS5 update. That's a great question, Tristan. I think so because, to be honest with you, I own everything digital, but I think the disc nowadays just acts as a license check, so I think you're in. I think that's how you do it, yeah. Hulk is unstoppable if you set his equipment properly. True. I got you, my guy. Appreciate it. If we do get a roadmap Thursday, most likely we'll get a release date for Cloney Labs. I'm hyped for Hawkeye, but I have more interest in that. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone has interest in Cloney Labs to some degree, right? Like, there's like a mysterious aura around Cloney Labs at this point where it's like, what is it? You know, can we play it? You know, like it's one of those things where I wonder if the hype is gonna like deflate what it actually is. You know, like people are gonna play it and they'll be like, it took this long for this. You know, and I worry about that, but I'm excited for it, to be honest. All I'm asking to be a new Marvel's Avengers game. Wait, what, Danny? Dead Corpse is 95. All right. What time's Hawkeye? Great question, man. Great question. What time did Kate release? It was like super early, wasn't it? Like I think I wasn't even out of bed yet, and Kate had already released. So I think honestly on Thursday, like at 7 a.m., I'm getting my ass out of bed. I'm gonna sit here, make a coffee, and I'm just going to be, like, ready to go, you know? Like, it's crazy. All right, guys, so what we're going to do is just real quick here. I'm going to bring Hood Rich Hippie into this group. We're going to play maybe, like, a few Tachyon riffs, and then we're going to swap these guys out for anyone else who wants to come in, and we'll just kind of cycle through some people tonight, guys. I don't want to keep anyone waiting, so we're just going to try and swap everyone in as quick as we can. So, send invite again. All right, I got you. Did you accept my friend request, or do you mean the friend request? You're unreal, man. I'm going to fight you IRL. All right, hold on. Let's get him. Hoodridge. There he is. Let's get him. I want to play Clint because he was always my favorite Avenger in the movies. I love bow and arrow combat. Hey, well, I'm excited for you. I hope you enjoy every moment of it, Strife. I can see why people think Hulk's run is slow, but his evade move is only a tad slower than everyone else. You just need good time with the Hulk, that's all. Yeah, it's a little bit of like... I definitely see where people come from, though, Harry, where maybe things can be tweaked and changed and stuff. I worry too much about trying to change it to the point where it's like he's almost like a different character, you know? But I think there's probably a happy middle ground, you know what I mean? K released at 9 a.m.? Yeah, that's crazy. 10:45, it was 5 a.m. for me. 12 Central... That's Clint's release, same time as Scrub. That's crazy, man. If they release it at the same time they're doing a presentation, they're nuts. I mean, they're already nuts for doing it at, like on the same point of like they're doing a DLC and an announcement on the same day. But I mean, at the same time, guys, come on. What do you think of this new Montreal Games reveal? I didn't see that one. Am I missing? Like, they're the ones working on Gotham Knights, right? Hell yeah, bro. I just want to see Peter, T'Challa, and this roadmap. We get them driving to CD 30 minutes away max and leaving a thank you poster on the front door. Hey, there you go. Yeah, where's their studio ads? Redwood, California? Something like that, right? It's somewhere in California. Are you maining Cap? I'm going to try to. Yeah, I think when Cloney Labs comes out, I haven't really... I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys. I haven't really been grinding or playing a lot. But I think, obviously, as we kind of get back into, you know, content's coming out, ideally, we get some more announcements. I will definitely be playing a lot. I will definitely be streaming a lot more. And it will definitely be like I'm going to up my game a little bit here. Because, I mean, it is what it is right now. But once we start getting back into the swing of things, I'll be getting back into the swing of things, you know? We don't know when Clint releases yet. 1 p.m. Yeah, 1 p.m. is the reset time. I swear he released like so much earlier though. It's not letting me join. That's weird. All right, we're just gonna run real quick then. So I just don't want to keep people waiting around. My bad, bro. My bad. We'll have to figure that out. We're just gonna run something really quick here. Just get something on the screen for you guys. What time is the SE event? It's 1 p.m. Eastern. Oh, it's in Bellevue? Oh, Crystal. Yeah, that's Northwest. That's the support studio. Yeah. I don't know exactly what the support studio is doing in tandem with them. I don't know if it's like asset creation or whatever, but I don't know. But yeah, definitely there's that one too. And I think that's a newer one, right? Did they just recently make Crystal Northwest for Avengers, I think? In a perfect world, it'd be cool if they announced Black Panther and released him in April or May. That'd be very cool. Actually, on the Square Enix event, we're going to have new Montreal games reveal, which to me... Oh, you're talking the Eidos. Oh, Eidos. Yeah. Sorry, when I saw Montreal, I thought of Warner Brothers Montreal for some reason. I was like, I had a brain fart there. Yeah, I mean, Guardians has been rumored since 2018. It would be a good time to bring them out, you know? So, Hero Patrol, what did Phil say, my man? Wait, with regards to what? That's weird that's not letting you join, man. I'm sorry, dude. So on the 18th, we're getting a Future Imperfect with Hawkeye, an exciting announcement from Marvel's Avengers, the 24-hour charity stream, and the Snyder Cut. Jeez. Yeah, Adrian, it's going to be a crazy day, man. It's going to be crazy. For anyone who doesn't know yet, obviously, Assemble for Charity on Twitter is, a part of the event I'm a part of. 24 hours, there's lots of great streamers taking part of it. Stardust, obviously, Miller, King Greek, Dad Panther, Sonic Photo. Lots of cool guys kind of supporting a cause that's kind of rooted in the UK, but it's all going towards children. Obviously the cause is, making sure that we can help kids that, unfortunately get cancer and, obviously the good stuff that we can do to help them out. So anyone who doesn't know yet, it's Assemble for Charity, or it's A for Charity on Twitter. Or you can just kind of ping Stardust on Twitter at Slight Stardust, and he can give you all the information. Really cool cause, and if any of you guys can hang out there on the 18th and keep me company at 1 to 4 a.m., that'd be kind of nice of you guys. But yeah, lots of cool stuff happening that day, guys. Lots of cool stuff. Yeah, it is brand new. Now the reset is on 1 p.m. because of the, daylight savings time. Yeah, it is. I feel like Hank Pym is going to be a villain like Yellowjack returns Roy into Ultron versus the effects of what AIM does to him. That's really interesting, actually. Hank Pym, the villain, eh? Oh, interesting. I don't know if people would like that, though. You know what I mean? Would people, like, support that kind of twist? I don't know. I don't know how that would sit with me. I think I'm interested, but I have to see the execution of it. It's a very different idea, though. It's not something I've seen a lot of people talk about, but it is definitely like a very cool idea. Have they released the preload time for the next gen update? No, they haven't, actually. I would expect that stuff to come out probably Wednesday. I might be able to ping someone to see if that information is going to be available anytime soon, because I would imagine it's going to be quite a hefty update to download. Obviously next-gen stuff, all the textures, all the improved visuals, particle effects, as well as, like, Future Imperfect and all that stuff. Like, there is going to be, like, a hefty download there, and obviously, like, the sooner they can release it as a download, the better for a lot of people, right? So, I will do my best to try and see if I can find any sort of information about that. Just sit tight, and I'll do my best.
There's a chest with gear close by.
I've already a day that I didn't sleep all night, but I'll do it again for the Assemble for Charity. Hey, Juan, I appreciate that. Be there for there. Taboo, what's up, man? How you doing? You think cloning has to be something released alongside Spider-Man? Of course. Yeah, I mean, I think there's all sorts of possibilities in the pipeline of, like, what they do, At this point, I wouldn't rule anything out in terms of, like, what they can do and what they can release. I think it's a matter of, like, them just actually doing it, But I think Cloning Labs alongside Spider-Man could be a nice little way to kind of ease the pain that, like, PC and Xbox players get. I think it's probably safer, though, to release them alongside a character. I think if you release Cloning Labs and they've talked about releasing it in, like, a bundle, I think it's probably just easier to release it alongside, like, another Omega level threat, Super Adaptoid, for example. I think that's probably a smarter move. But I mean, I can't rule out, you know, Spider-Man and Colonial Labs together. You know, there's nothing to say that couldn't happen. If we get Ant-Man, do you want Hank or Scott? Ooh, good question, man. I would say I'm partial to Hank, but I'm not against Scott either. I think I'd be okay with either of them. I don't look at like I don't know. Like I haven't read a lot of like Ant-Man comics. I've only really seen the movies. So like my exposure to Ant-Man as like the two characters, right? Hank and Scott, are through like, you know, conversations and, you know, obviously other games. So for me, I don't have an attachment either way. So yeah, I mean, I'm okay with either. I mean, obviously, like if they were to able to do like the classic like costume of Hank Pym, that'd be kind of cool. But you know, if they couldn't, then whatever. I mean, I'm okay with either. What would you guys like? Would you guys like Hank or Scott? I want Wasp. Wasp be kind of cool. Patrol mode, I just call it hero. Oh yeah, so basically, Phil had said regarding hero patrol or patrol mode that there is something that he can't talk about. I think it's in one of the paste spins I posted, but basically there was a question regarding patrol mode or free roam or however you want to phrase it, and he said there's nothing to talk about yet, but what they do have should be very exciting to players. And I'm paraphrasing that, but that's kind of the gist of what he said, is that there is something and it's coming, and it should be very exciting if you're into that sort of stuff. So I would say it's like a pseudo confirmation that they are working on something with regards to that. It's just probably like not far enough along to where they can actually talk about it. But you know, we'll have to wait and see. It's like one of those, like, we know they're working on it, we just don't know when it's coming, you know? What if Roy only depressed because his whole AI family is dying, he has survivor's guilt, and when Avengers finally beat all the bosses, take down AIM, then he takes and brings them back by becoming Ultron? Ooh, that's an interesting curve on that one too. That's interesting. Okay, Christopher. That's interesting. I didn't think of something like that. I love kind of like reading what you guys are bringing up, man, because there's a lot of different twists and turns on what you guys are bringing up, and a lot of interesting things that you guys are saying. It's really interesting. I really want Ant-Man and the Wasp as a 2-pack. Hank for sure, true. Come on, they got to show Hank some respect. Yeah, I mean, it feels like they wrote Hank out pretty early, right? Within the campaign, kind of saying like if he goes small again, he's gonna die. Like it's like, to me, it's like, oh, we're just gonna write Hank out like super quick, like, and that kind of sucks. But I mean, hopefully there's like some sort of payoff with regards to like a decision like that, right? If there's like a payoff to like that decision somewhere down the line, whether it's with like Scott or maybe Hank can like reverse it or whatever, like I think that's okay. It's just, you know, it just seems really weird to like write off like an Avenger character like that, you know?
You sure this is the right place?
Well, someone's sure it's gonna be Hank's daughter because there's no clue what happened to Janet in this universe. Okay. I feel like we get Colonial Labs Spider-Man reveal and restate, and then a 45-second teaser of Black Panther and roadmap reveal, just the theory. I mean, I'm like I said, I think I'm of the thought that a roadmap is going to be a guarantee. Whatever happens elsewhere in regards to any sort of other information, I mean, I don't know. I think definitely we're at the point where a roadmap is probably the most logical thing that they can announce. In terms of like teaser trailers or whatever, I think it's probably a safe bet that maybe we'll see some sort of Black Panther stuff. I'm still debating on if Sony would want to take the Spider-Man stuff themselves, but if Spider-Man is kind of quickly approaching, we're running out of time for Sony to kind of do some sort of announcement, right? I always thought they'd want to put him in a state of play, but I mean, state of play has only happened so frequently, and I think we're at the point where a state of play shouldn't be expected for another few months. Avengers are time traveling now, and the story could easily fix Hank's problem with it. That's a good point, Electro. That's a good point, man. I need a Spidey reveal on Wednesday. That's been my main since day 0. It's Thursday. Travis, Thursday. I think it's going to be Scott because in the story made it clear AIM took Hank's ability to shrink. I mean, Hank changes costume much as Janet does. Hank even was Wasp at some point. Anything is possible. True. They should put Ant-Man and Wasp in game. True. I mean, he is an original Avenger after all. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they wrote him out pretty quick, you know, for like an original Avenger. That's what I mean. Like, hopefully there's some payoff, you know, along the way. Obviously, I think if you're a fan of Hank Pym, you kind of look at what they did to him. You're like, oh, that's kind of gross, right? Like, just writing him off like super quick. But I mean, it's one of those things that, like, hopefully there's something coming down the line where you look at it and you're like, oh, look, that was narratively, that was really good, you know? That's what I hope for, you know? We'll just have to wait and see. Oh, that didn't work out as much as I wanted it to. That's awkward. At this point, I don't even want Colonial Labs. No, don't say that, man. Don't say that. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid it's taken so long for them to get it out that people just aren't gonna care. That's what I'm afraid of. But if I have anything to go on in that footage that came out, I don't think that's going to be the case. But I am afraid that people, it's just going to land with a thud because it's taken so long for them to fix these multiplayer issues, and that's going to suck. That's going to suck if that's the case, man. I'm worried about that. I want Ghost Rider. That Ghost Rider would be so cool, man. Ghost Rider in like this kind of video game would be so fun. That's like one that's like creeping up on my personal list more than I thought he would, you know? Whether it's like Robbie Reyes or Johnny Blaze, like to me it doesn't matter. I think just having like a Ghost Rider and his cool abilities and like the visual effects of a Ghost Rider would be so cool. So cool. Season 2 teaser maybe? True. Might get released for Spider-Man with all the other announcements. There's a chance he gets released alone. Yeah, I mean, it's always true. Like, the Spider-Man stuff is just always such a, like, it's always such an enigma to, like, think about. You know what I mean? Like, who really knows what's going on with Spider-Man, right? Like, you can kind of make guesses for everyone else, and, you know, you can kind of, like, maybe put some pieces together. But with, like, the deal and everything to do with Spider-Man, you look at it and you're just like, I don't even know where to begin, you know? Use code HighRuler when purchasing the items in the marketplace. What's up, Rogue? Yeah, I don't have a creator code. I don't have a creator code. It wouldn't even make sense for me to have a creator code with Epic, right? It wouldn't make sense. It's not like Marvel's Avengers is over on the Epic Game Store. I think they might be saving Hank for the Ultron story. It's a good point. Yeah, thanks, Magic. That's because they were streaming it for the first time, telling this idea of Hero Patrol. I said, and all I remember when Phil Astley said in school, they do. Yeah, it was more so like they have something to talk about eventually regarding it. It's just not right now. Yeah, if I can find one of those paste bins, it's in the community section on the channel. You just gotta look for the paste bins, man. And there's a comment in there somewhere. There's a comment in there somewhere. I definitely am paraphrasing quite a bit, but there is something there that you might be interested in reading regarding that. No exotic. Uh-oh. Can I play now? Yeah, Rogue, do I have you on PlayStation? You'll finally catch him one live. Greetings, hi. Yo, Chase, what's up, man? What's going on, man? How you doing? Did you see the new Fortnite Ant-Man, bro? The skin sucks. I mean, I'm going to say what I say regarding everything, man. Different strokes for different folks, you know? I've seen some people say they like it. I've seen some people say they hate it. I mean, I bought the Venom skin. I thought the Venom skin was kind of cool. So when I play Fortnite with my girlfriend, I play on Venom. Actually, we haven't played since I bought that skin. Wait, yes, we have. I don't think we have. She might hate me for that. No exotic? Sorry, buddy. I'm going to be honest. As soon as they said the partner with PlayStation knew we were getting Spider-Man, yeah. Just kind of makes sense, right? Where's the Rogue saying, dude? Rogue, get in here. Get in here. Never accepted my friend request. I'm ready to play, bud. Okay, guys. I'm going to pull Kieran in. So if one of you guys... I don't know who to pick to drop out. I do want to bring Kieran in, obviously, to make it fair for everyone. So if one of you guys would be kind enough to drop out, or... You know? Do you think a Hawkeye's DLC would tease something for the next DLC? Of course, of course, of course. I'm so happy I might get vaccinated. Hey, there you go, Juan. Hey, in the next mission, do you make sure to look at Deton Stay and Hulk Smash? Okay, okay. All right. Yo, appreciate you dropping out, man. We'll bring you back as soon as we can. Appreciate that. Just trying to keep it fair for everyone. Kieran, what's your PlayStation, brother? When is going to voice Spider-Man? Hope for Yuri Lowenthal or Josh Keaton? I actually don't have a preference. I'm very, like, wishy-washy. Some people hate that about me. It's like, I don't have a preference either way. I just hope whoever they pick is, like, really well done. You know what I mean? Like, I know lots of people have different preferences for different things. I'm very, like, you know, whatever. Just give me whoever, you know? My thing with Hank being Ant-Man in this game is I want Ant-Man, not Hank, running around with a blaster that shrinks from the largest enemy. True. Yeah, that's really, like, yeah, that, yeah. Oh, Spudo Man. There it is. There it is. Cool, cool, cool. We got you. We got you, Karen. Michael, how's it going? Yeah, Strife, that's a good point, man. Obviously, if you do an Ant-Man, you want to make sure it's, like, pretty much Ant-Man, you know? Not, like, Ant-Man with a gun. And that's tough, you know? Because, like, yeah. I mean, I get it. Because, like, I'm in the same boat, you know? I'd like to see Professor X. I did say I'd like to see Professor X if they did X-Men. So, I'm with you. I'm with you. Tom Holland? Yeah, we'll just get Stardust to voice him, apparently, right? We can just do Stardust on that one? Because he apparently sounds like him. So it might be cheaper, actually. Kira, let me know if I have to invite you again. If I get vaccinated, first thing I'm going to do is go back to Disney and Universal Parks. There you go. That's a plan. Someone recommended me to try Future Fight on mobile and made the comments. It would be amazing to see in Avengers. Yeah, Future Fight is like one of those games where if you look at the cosmetics, they're all pretty well done. It's just like the monetization system around Future Fight is kind of disgusting. Someone told me if I dropped $100 on Future Fight right away, I'd be like ahead of people that have been playing for like months. It's gross. It's gross. Can I play with you or not? Yeah, RCPD. Let me run with these guys, and then after this, I'll bring you in, man. I'll bring you in. Anyone who wants to play, man, I always try to get people in. Always try to make it as fair as possible, obviously. So RCPD, you're next on the list, brother. I'll bring you in. Gotta go see you later, everyone. Yo, Crocodile, take it easy, man. I can see him using the Pim Rays in Assault Heroic. Ooh, interesting. Oh my god, how would it look if Professor X gets knocked down? I mean, that's morbid. That's morbid. That is morbid. Yo, what's up, Suki? You're right. You're 100% right on that one. Most of the mobile games have very gross monetization systems. You think we could get Lady Thor as a costume? More than likely. Maybe if they ever start branching into the angles of like costumes of different characters that fit the mold of others, you know, like say they release like a Captain Marvel and then put a Marvel costume. I would say in the same vein, you could do Thor, but have like a Lady Thor costume. You know what I mean? I think that's probably doable. Will they see Cyclops? Me too, Michael. Me too. If you think about it, we still have a review at the end of Future in Purpose, so I hope whatever they show us Thursday. Got it this time. It's completely different than what we get at the end of the story. Yeah, I mean, that's the most interesting thing, right? Is like the timing of it is like really weird. So I think the timing situation is going to be like there's going to be a reveal at the end of Future Imperfect that ties into what's next. But I think whatever they show in the Square Enix Presents is going to be like a long-term thing, right? Which is why I think it's going to be a roadmap. I think it doesn't make sense for them to kind of just like drop like what's next when people haven't already finished Future Imperfect. I think it just makes more sense to show like the year-long kind of roadmap for the game. I gave you that idea. Which one? Which idea? Did we see Odin in Thor's origin story? I would like to see Odin. I would like to see Odin. I'd like to go to Asgard. I would love to go to Asgard, man. I think that's cool. I think it's a missed opportunity if we don't go to Asgard.
You're heading into another Tachyon storm. Just stay focused.
I just thought of something. What if after you defeat the Kree in their weekend, do you think this would be a good time for the Skrulls to strike and invade Earth? That'd be cool. I can see the Skrulls probably like a next year kind of situation, right? I think we're building up over the course of this year to fight the Kree, but I think after we kind of fight the Kree and like beat them back, I think the Skrulls coming in and just kind of like wiping out the Kree and coming to Earth, like, you know, like you could even frame it as a way of like the Kree's really beating us down, and the Skrulls uses like they're a perfect opportunity to even reveal that they've been on Earth for a while, and like, you know what I mean? I think there's a narrative there that you could kind of spin in a way that kind of strikes true to like the Skrulls as like a force to be reckoned with, you know? Heroes as costumes? No, I mean Marvel Heroes gave me that idea, Caged.
The message originated from this forest.
I'd want Beta Ray Bill as a costume. Yeah, that's a good one, Devontae. Can't wait to put my Hulk build to the test. New harm room, just my Hulk first 12 with Aptoids. Yeah, custom harm rooms, guys. Is anyone here excited for custom harm rooms? Like, what do you guys think about those? Is that something you guys are excited for? Is that something you guys are not excited for? Break it down for me, guys, because like personally, as I've said, like custom harm rooms and campaign replay aren't necessarily for me, but I know there's a bunch of you guys out there who are like super excited about it.
I'm not so sure.
So let me know if you guys are one of those ones. And what kind of craziness are you going to be doing in the custom harm rooms? I'm sure some of you guys are going to be trying to break the game, right? How happy would you be if Hawkeye DLC immediately leads Captain Marvel players there and the SC presents as announcing her? I mean, it would be interesting, but then you're completely like, you know, you're completely like just jumping over Black Panther then, right? Like you're just like, I don't know if people would accept that because like, you know, obviously there's been hype and speculation in the community. They had something ready to go and announce in September about Black Panther. I mean, plans can always change, you know what I mean? So like, don't get me wrong, if they swapped out Black Panther for Captain Marvel, I mean, you know, but I think there's been such hype and speculation around Black Panther that I think if they just swap them, I think you're probably going to make a lot of people mad, you know? I think you got to do Black Panther first and then do Captain Marvel. Look at Rogue going down already. Look at this guy, dude. Look at this guy. First time here, love from the UK. Hey, man, welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate that. Appreciate that love, man. Mob, what's going on, man? It's been a while. I think you're right, bro. I think a comeback's coming, man. Everyone loves an underdog story, and I think we're just about to get one. I think you're right, my friend. You're saying the best Avengers cartoons, Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes. TJ, I think you're not going to find many people who disagree with you on that one. I think a lot of people would agree with you.
Let's check it out. The structure is
I don't think a lot of people are thinking about how the custom harm rooms are now perfect way to test out builds. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think they're missing. I think they're missing modifiers, right? There's no modifiers in those, if I remember correctly. I think if they were able to add modifiers, I think that's a perfect way to test out a build. You know, even being able to throw in bosses in there, right? I think once you can throw bosses in there, I think you have yourself a perfect little way to kind of test out your build without having to go through like a bunch of trash mobs or whatever. You know, say you make a build, you just load up the custom harm room, you throw on like your modifiers and whatever, and then you just pop in, try out your combos, your build, and then pop out. You know, it's a perfect way to kind of see what you got cooking. Like obviously this is still like step one, and obviously there's still going to be more iterations. They're still going to make improvements to it, but I still think there's some stuff they still need to add to kind of make it like a fuller experience. But I mean, we'll have to see where they go with it. Where's a good place to farm Norn stones? I think, are those tachyon rifts? Or you could probably just do, no, I think you just do vaults for those, right? You just do vaults and open some chests. I think that's what you do, man. You just farm some chests. Because I know that's what I was doing. Sorry, tachyon rifts. What am I thinking? Yeah, I think you just farm chests for those ones. Maybe the future and Perfect leads into Wakanda. Wouldn't that be something? Yo, they should add Rogue She Thick. What if time changes and bigger villains show up? That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, there's always some sort of, you know, ramifications to time travel, right? Like every time travel story, there's always ramifications to it. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility that like they do something, time changes, and like someone else shows up because of that, right? Now, I'm not going to suggest Kang at any point here, right? I mean, I think Kang is probably ways away, but Kang would be a cool one. I just don't think you're going to get him, but obviously time travel does bring the attention and changes things. Appreciate your grind, bro. Yo, man, I appreciate you hanging out, brother. I appreciate you fucking popping in, comments, man. Appreciate all you guys, man. Everyone who, like, hangs out and chills and comments and watches, man. You guys are the real goats, man. Appreciate you all. Long live the king. Yeah, there you go. Long live the king. Oh, I went down. Rogue's gonna never let me live that down. Multiplayer for custom harmers would be so much fun. Yeah, it's really interesting to implement that. I don't know why. You know? It seems like that would have been like such a perfect thing to implement, and it really makes me wonder why they didn't kind of do that. I don't know. All right, guys, we need some time here. Time. We're not. Oh, thank you. Maybe take that Kree weapon or attack the Wakanda to get help building a weapon. Oh, that's an interesting tie-in, right? Like, you know, obviously, maybe it's a little too advanced for what the Avengers are dealing with, right? So obviously, they're like, who can we take this with, or take this to kind of work on this, right? And they're like, oh, let's just take it to Wakanda. Interesting. I I just hope whatever tie-in they do is satisfying. You know, I hope we get something and it's like, yeah, this is a really good tie-in. But we'll have to wait and see. Or Mystique. An X-Men character, eh? I was thinking Kang. Yeah, Kang would be cool. Once they start upgrading recent hero skill tree, oh my god, this game will be insane. Yeah, like I said, I think that's going to come with a level cap update. I think don't expect those until we start getting some level cap raises. And then once they start doing that, you know, it makes more sense for them to start upgrading characters and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said, guys, as they kind of make more characters, they kind of push the limits of what they can do. When they start changing a lot of this stuff, you'll start to see maybe a little bit of power creep set in. But I think when you start seeing that power creep set in, they'll go back and then kind of adjust the characters. And I think that's what we're going to see with Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye is going to do things really well, and we're going to see him kind of be like an OP character. Is Spider-Man getting his own story mode campaign? I would think so. Like, not his own, like, super long campaign, but you'll get, like, probably a few missions dedicated to Spider-Man, I would think. I think they in that original release, they said, like, there's going to be, like, events tied to him or whatever. I think Spider-Man's gonna bring some fair bit of content alongside him. We just don't know, like, how much content. I like your energy, you know how to joke around, earn my stuff for sure. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I mean, when you say Mystique, aka Miss Blue Butt, I mean, I know you're just kind of memeing, bro. I know you're a memer. It's all good. But Clint will conclude season 1 taking something to the Korean. Very few robots. Robots won't be gone, but new enemies will be the biggest threat. More to be seen than aim. Yeah, I mean, we don't even know what season 1 really means, which is like the crazy thing. Like, we don't even know what season 1 is. Like, which is. It's crazy. I hope we get that kind of distinction Thursday. You know, like where does season 1 end and where does season 2 begin? Like, how do we differentiate seasons? Like, are we missing something? Like, because I would assume that if we're moving away from the Tachyon storyline, right, in the future and stuff like this, then season 1 would end with that. But like, there's never been kind of like confirmation of that. But narratively, I think it would make sense. But we'll have to. One of those we're gonna have to wait and see, right? I want to see Storm as a character. Storm would be cool. That's one that I've seen a lot of people say, Devontae. I really want to see Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler would be cool. I think Spider-Man will get a side story. Yeah, he won't get like a story that ties into like the main campaign because obviously that's a lot more work to try and write around that. But he'll get like something. He'll get something. No floor. Captain America, Infinity War shield. Yeah. If you guys haven't seen the mock-ups of like different shields, I mean, I've been wanting new shields for so long, you know? Deflect my beam. Rogue, I missed out, man. I really, really, really hope Spider-Man's time to... Yeah, me too, Free. Me too. All right, guys, I'm going to try and get RCPD in here. D-Thomp, is there any chance you could drop out, man? We'll bring you back another time just because you've been the longest in here. And I want to try and just rotate out, bro. I'm sorry, dude. I'll be right back, and I like blue butts. No worries, Harry. I know Chris on Emma said that Clint... Wait, really? Mob, did I miss that somewhere? They said that? If we get a Spider-Man story, what villain would you like to see? Minus your Green Goblin, Venom, or Dr. Octopus? Yeah, Doc Ock would be super cool. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. RCPD, what's your PlayStation, my guy? I think his YouTube was RCPD, and then it was like 305? 305? 302. There it is. I got him. I got you. Let me see if we can invite him. After March 18th is all season 2? I must have missed that then. Oh, jeez. What kind of YouTuber am I? You noobs losing us stars? What the fuck? Have a good day. Be safe. Oh, Michael, you too, man. Thanks for hanging out. RCPD, I invited you to the group, man. Let me know if you can come in. So we should get 4 or 5 more characters. Yes, ideally. Ideally, yes. I know Black Bolt is a pure villain, but like Ant-Man, but ain't a villain like the Winter Soldier. Oh, an anti-villain. Yeah. you know, kind of rides the line between hero and villain. Rogue, I'll deflect your beam this time around, my man. I got you. Don't worry. Don't worry, man. I didn't get the invite? Okay, let's see. No worries, dude. RCPD 302. Next time, deflect my beam. Rogue, you're so needy. You're so needy. Elias, can't wait for Hawkeye. Me too, man. Me too. I think everyone in here is super excited and super pumped. It's gonna be a fun day. The 18th is gonna be really fun, guys. Lots of stuff to do, lots of things to talk about. You know, it's gonna be a fun. I hope everyone just enjoys it, man. You know, personally, I'll be live talking about some things throughout the day. But if you're not, because you're playing, you just want to enjoy. I hope you enjoy it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So hope everyone just kind of enjoys the moment, enjoys all the stuff we get on the 18th. You know, it would be cool if they had Wonder Man in the game. Yeah, Wonder Man was one of those characters people were kind of theorizing for WandaVision, right? I mean, Wonder Man would be kind of cool. Yo, Hashim, I think I just mispronounced your name, bro, but welcome in, buddy. How you doing? Hawkeye is bomb? Yeah, Hawkeye is bomb. Sorry, Witch and Quicksilver would be top picks for this game. Yeah, I mean, those two are definitely ones people like to see, right? Let me just try and invite RCPD again. Sometimes, depending on who I'm inviting, there's issues with it. I know Hood Rich Hippie was having issues, and now I think RCPD is having issues. Crystal told us Kay and Clint is actually a joint operation. So after that, straight to the skies with War Machine, Spider-Man, Falcon, nothing but bigger heroes. The pandemic really hurt this game. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Hold on. I'm joining? No worries, no worries. I'd also like to see Spider-Woman. That's a character people don't talk about. Spider-Woman would be sick. Mephisto. Yeah, Mephisto is the villain. You think they clean up the swinging animation? Clint was looking a lot smoother than Kamala. Yeah, I think they would have to, right? Like, I think when it comes to the swinging animation, that's something they would have to kind of fix and clean up, just because Spider-Man is going to, you know, if they don't clean that up, Spider-Man's going to expose that really badly, right? So that's something they would have to kind of fix and clean up. And the hope is that I don't even know how Spider-Man's going to swing from a lot of these places, right? It's the same thing, I think, in terms of like the Hulk stuff, right? You know, if you make Hulk jump too high, then obviously he hits his head off the roof of like the interiors. In the same vein, I mean, I guess with Spider-Man, you can, like, the variable is the web link, so you can kind of make it work. But like, how do you like get him to swing, but like not, you know what I mean? Because then you can like hit enemies and stuff, and there's like no momentum to it. There's a lot there that like with the Spider-Man swinging that I'm not sure yet of how they're gonna utilize a lot of it. But we'll have to kind of wait and see. But in terms of the animation, it's something they probably definitely will most likely need to fix up if they haven't already. Because, yeah, Clint looks a lot cleaner. Do you think Hawkeye still will be longer than Cade's? Yeah, Junior, for real. I think it will. I think it will. If they put Loki, Ultron, the Skrulls, or Kang the Conqueror, I'm satisfied. Okay. I mean, it seems like you'll get 2 of those at least. Doctor Strange and Dormammu. Ooh. For me, Hercules and Moon Knight are on the top of the list. Okay. Electro, are you excited for that Moon Knight series? I think that starts shooting in like a few weeks, right? I think it's like a few weeks they start shooting that show. Loki has to make a return, right? Ideally, TJ. Ideally, yeah. Be cool to see different dimensions like Asgard or Hell, fighting Mephisto or Bloodsucking Vamps. Yeah, honestly, I've always said on her that like Asgard has to be one of the places this game goes before like the lifeline is like pulled from it. You know what I mean? Like if you don't go to Asgard, you've totally butchered like any sort of opportunity to kind of change like the way, you know, the game looks or whatever. Like Asgard is such a fundamentally different place from like Earth visually that I think if you don't go there, you're missing out, man. You're missing out. Like, what if there's a story that like Loki takes over Asgard and like we have to go and like fight Loki? You know what I mean? Like there's so much there that you could do that if we never go to Asgard, it's such a missed opportunity. Iron Fist would play the greatest if done well. Yo, Darko, what's up, man? Iron Fist, eh? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Iron Fist could be pretty cool. Falcon, Moon Knight, and Doctor Strange are characters that I hope they add to this game. They would nail them. Doctor Strange is probably like a definite, you know? I would say Doctor Strange is one that like I think is at like the top of the list, you know? Falcon would be pretty cool too. Moon Knight, I don't know enough about Moon Knight, but what I do know, he's like a street level character, right? Moon Knight could be kind of cool. I kind of want Wolverine. Oh shit. Wolverine, man. Wolverine would be brutal in like the best way possible. They're gonna have to do cloud swinging, in my opinion. That's gonna rub people the wrong way. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Devontae. Like, it's got to be cloud swinging. You know what I mean? Like, there's no real other way to do it. Like, where are you gonna swing from here? You know what I mean? Like, in a place like this, there's really not a lot of places to swing from, right? So, yeah, like it's almost like. And here's my theory about Spider-Man is like the development of the game was kind of winding down in terms of like the launch stuff, and then Spider-Man was kind of thrown at them. But I think when it comes to Spider-Man, you got to design places for Spider-Man to take advantage of, and like none of this looks like it's like, you know what I mean? Like this doesn't look like a Spider-Man kind of swing place, and this isn't the only place that they're gonna have issues with that. So I think you're right that it's gonna have to be cloud swinging, and I think people are gonna hate it. Is that fake Thor? I think that's the costume for fake Thor. Yeah. Yo, Raphael, what's up, man? Welcome in. How you doing? Depends on the tone of the show. Okay. What would you like to see out of a Moon Knight show then, Electro? Like, you want something like very gritty, or you like, because Moon Knight's like a gritty character, right? I have like an Avengers book here, The Age of Khonshu or whatever, and I haven't read it yet, but he's like on the title, like he's on the cover. So I imagine I'm gonna learn a little bit about Moon Knight there, but like my Moon Knight knowledge is just not there. I love Asgard and Wakanda, but people already complained about hub areas when the Shield base came out. Yeah. I mean, you're most likely going to get another hub when it comes to Wakanda. I mean, you'll probably get another hub when it comes to, if they ever do go to Asgard, which I think they will. I think the problem with the hub worlds is that, like, it's not really like an online game. You know, if you know what I mean? Like, it's not like a World of Warcraft where I'm going to Orgrimmar, you know what I mean? Or I'm going to Stormwind, for example. Or even like Destiny where I'm going to the tower, you know what I mean? So, like, how do you implement hub worlds in a game where like the max you can have is 4? Well, you do that by kind of breaking the rules of the game, right? And they have talked about looking into kind of breaking the rules of the game with like multiple characters in parties and whatnot, but it's like a really weird kind of thing about hub worlds in a game like this. It's really weird, you know? Because at the end of the day, the hub worlds kind of all act similar to each other, so like you really only go into a different one. And to the point of like Shield Substation, like it does offer the stuff from the Anthill and the Helicarrier all in one, but you know, eventually it's all just like the same thing, essentially. For Spider-Man, they need swinging to feel more reach, to feel reach more better than others. I also think they're going to play with gliding effects on Spider-Man. Well, I think gliding effects are going to be something. No cloud swinging. Yeah, it's going to be tough, man. People are not going to be happy with Spider-Man. I think no matter what they do with Spider-Man, there's going to be lots of people who are very unhappy with him. I hope MODOK comes back for story mode. Well, they did confirm that MODOK is coming back. If you mean like just being able to fight him again, but if you mean in story mode, I mean you're definitely gonna be able to fight him again in the campaign replay, right? So you will get more MODOK, whether you want to fight him in campaign replay or if you want to fight him just in like a villain sector, for example. Only good place to swing for Spider-Man is the city. Yeah, I mean that's it. Like that's really it. Like that in interiors, but like when it comes to like an area like this, it's just like it's yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've said all along that like this Spider-Man stuff is like really messy. You know, this should have been something that's like decided like very early in development. You know, so you can like plan out like environments that can support Spider-Man. Really messy, and no, like there's gonna be a lot of people that are unhappy, and just there's gonna be a lot of people that are probably gonna be happy too just to have them. But I imagine there's a lot of headaches going on when it came to the development of Spider-Man. I would think so. Spider-Man has a catapult effect and glide and swing on things. Oh, that's interesting. It's an interesting way to do it. Yeah, I don't know if Spider-Man's gonna swing places like this. Take notes for Spider-Man 2 on PC or Lego Marvel Heroes. Yeah. They could. It's just, how do you piss off like the least amount of people when it comes to Spider-Man? You know what I mean? How do you balance that? Be interesting to see how they handle Moon Knight's multiple personalities. That's right, he does have like multiple personalities, right? That's interesting. That might be a neat little. Do Moon Knight's personalities all have distinct fighting styles, or is it just like multiple personalities that like do things differently? You know what I mean? Like, does one personality style fight differently than the other, or like they all still fight the same? Like, how does that work within his like power set? Hey, Christina, how's it going?
What do we do?
What does Spider-Man have to swing in those areas? Why can't he zip line off of the thing? Something to Spider-Man on PS4 doesn't always have to swing. I mean, that's a good point, Brett. That's a good point. I think everyone thinks of Spider-Man and just his swinging that, like, you know, yeah, you could totally just zip line everywhere, you know, similar to what you do in the Insomniac version. But I think people are going to look at it and be like, you know, why can't he swing from here? Why can't he swing from there? Just because swinging is such an iconic thing from Spider-Man that people are going to look for it, right? But you do bring up a point, like, why does he have to in some of these areas, right? I think it just speaks to, like, the polarity surrounding Spider-Man, though. You know what I mean? Villains like Crossbones, Bullseye, Hunter, Shocker, sub-boss make this game more interesting along with Taskmaster. That'd be cool. Those are all very cool ones. Let's get this guy out. Spider-Man uses the same grapple system as the other characters in the game, but may have takedowns to showcase his web swinging. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think people are going to be very interested to see how Spider-Man turns out. I think there's going to be a lot of discussion around Spider-Man, especially once we kind of get maybe a showcase or like a deep dive war table. I think it's going to be one of those things where people are going to be very interested to see how he plays. And like I said, it's going to be people on one half of the side, one people on the other half of the side, and it's going to be very, very disgruntled fights over it. Spidey can swing lawns or something to swing onto, trees, buildings inside. Yeah, the inside stuff isn't like a big deal, right? Obviously, like the height of the ceilings and whatnot might be something they have to kind of mess around with or whatever. It's more so like the very open outdoor areas, but like maybe that's the point of like maybe he doesn't have to swing there. You know what I mean? Yo, can I join after this? Got Wooded to power level 143. Yeah, Brooks, for sure, for sure. You notice most heroes and villains are in the upcoming movies and shows. Yeah, I mean, it's probably a good start, right? Obviously, you kind of use the MCU as kind of like their little basis to form like, you know, their roster, and then you just kind of give like original stories and original kind of power sets to a lot of these characters. But I definitely like think that like when you can tie in your game in certain aspects to it with like more popular media, I don't think there's anything bad about it. I think you know, you can only benefit from it. If you're just doing one-for-one rips though, of like the story and the story beats and stuff, that's where the bad stuff comes in. But I think if they're just kind of like, here's like you know, this character you know from this show, right? Like Scarlet Witch, for example. I think it just brings people into the game that, you know, kind of brings that excitement with it. You know, because now how many people want like Scarlet Witch in this game because of WandaVision? You know what I mean? Or how many people are going to want Bucky and Falcon, you know, starting this week because of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right? It only just adds to like the excitement around it, which is good. I want, you know, obviously, as like someone who plays the game, I want more excitement. I want more people to play this game, and any way they do it, that's you know, any way they can do it, I'm all aboard with it. We're missing one. Am I dumb? Yeah, this one. I'm dumb, aren't I? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we're just going to skip it, aren't we? Oh, it's right there. Oh, we're not dumb. Someone get the other one. Guys. Never mind. We're not. Oh, my God. Thank you. Jesus. I feel like Spidey's speed and jump will make up for his web swinging. That's a good point, too. Very agile character can make up for like the lack of like web swinging and other mobility options. It's a good way to do it. Yeah, I think there's multiple ways to do it. It's just, you know, you got to make sure people are happy with it. You know what I mean? And Spidey can be such a divisive. He could just be a character people care a lot about and they want to see him done in a certain way. You know.
Where's the lab?
Hi, new to the channel, liking the content and Avengers updates. Yo, Game Over Gary, thanks, man. Welcome in, dude. Yo, Allfather, thanks for the £2, man. If you guys don't know Allfather is the guy posting all the concept art. You can find him on Reddit. You can find him on Twitter as Allfather something. I forget. He's gonna hate me for that. I keep messing up his Twitter, but he was also in the latest video I did with Stardust, covering a few of his character concept arts. You guys are interested in checking that out. Thanks for the £2 again, man. What do you think Spidey's storyline villain will be, and what is his event about since they said he's getting his own event? Bro, that's a good question, man. I don't necessarily know. For me, like, I think Dr. Octopus would be a good villain. I think Sandman could be a very good villain. In terms of his event, who knows, man? Like, it's like the door's open for anything with regards to Spider-Man, I think. I think whatever they are going to do, they're going to want to make sure they don't step on Insomniac's toes. Because I don't think they're going to want to do something and Insomniac's like, wait, we're going to do that too, right? So I don't think you're going to see Venom. I don't think you'll see a Green Goblin. I think it'll be like a villain. But then they also just did Dr. Octopus, so maybe Sandman, you know? Sandman could be cool. Remember, Spidey can jump far as fuck also? You're not wrong, right? You're not wrong. The only thing I don't like is when people watch WandaVision and crap on the game because she's not in it. Yeah, well, I mean, if you go to any Marvel game Twitter, right, and you go to anyone, you know, take Future Fight, for example. You go to any of them, and the whole replies are, where's Wanda? Where's Scarlet Witch? Where's Vision? So it's not just something this game's suffering from. It's something like every Marvel game who doesn't have them in is suffering from, right? So I don't take too much, like, I don't look at that and be like, yeah, like, you know, obviously, like, you know, I think it's just one of those things where everyone wants them in all their Marvel games, and it is what it is. All Father Works, there it is, All Father Works. So if you guys are interested in seeing all the cool concept art he's been posting, it's All Father Works. Thanks again for the £2, buddy. Welcome in, my man. Most important thing is that Spidey is good at hilarious quotes as he trashes his enemies. True. That's true. He does have that good banter. Definitely is something we'll definitely all appreciate. It would be cool to see like him interact with all the Avengers too, and like all the quotes they're gonna do and all the kind of banter between all of them. I think it's probably one of the most beneficial things about getting Spider-Man in this game is like the interactions that he's gonna have. Jesus. I always forget that like I'm playing a character that relies on his ult, and if I don't pop his ult, I do no damage, which totally sucks. Like the damage differential is insane compared to like my ult and my non-ult. It's disgusting how the difference between the two. Stupid. Just give me a sec here. I'm gonna try and reply to some more chats. New location, new enemy types, ping system upgrades, and melee upgrades will save the game. Let certain heroes lift cards most villains. Yeah, I mean, it's all about just kind of keep continuously upgrading the game, right, Mom? Like, it's all about kind of doing more, adding more, giving players more choices, giving players more options. Like, it's a matter of just kind of like the time it takes, unfortunately, to implement a lot of this stuff. Does take some time. But I think after the 18th, we'll all be very excited about where the game is going. And I think we'll all be a lot more positive about the game and the direction that it's heading in. I think it's just a matter of, one, getting to this point, and like two, obviously waiting to see what we have on the 18th. But it'll be a good time, man. It'll be a good time. I'm excited for you guys to see what's happening on the 18th. And that's not me saying like I know what's coming on the 18th, but I'm excited for your guys' reactions because I think we're all gonna be very excited on the 18th, and we're all gonna see something that we all want to see out of it. There's a question, do I work for Marvel's Avengers? No, I don't work for Marvel Avengers. I'm not partnered with them. I have no affiliation with Crystal Dynamics or Square Enix in any way. At this point, I don't even know if they like me. I really don't. So yeah, no, I'm not affiliated with them in any sort of way whatsoever.
Responsible for those strange disruptions you've been experiencing. Almost like a global
I'm poor or I'd give more. Dude, you don't have to give any, man. Don't even worry about it, bro. It's all good. Don't even worry about it, man. I'm poor too, but milkshakes bring all the girls to the yard, and that brings money. There you go, Harry. There you go. Brooks, let me bring you in. Rogue, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Rogue. Rogue, it's like super hard to like focus on like the gameplay and talk to chat at the same time, man. I'm sorry if I let you down, brother. I hope you can forgive me. Brooks is up next. Brooks, what's your PlayStation again? It's Urban Whisker, right? Your Urban Whisker, Brooks? But the thing is, why would Wanda or Doctor Strange be fighting AIM? Now that it doesn't matter, but it's not their top priority. I guess like you can almost... well, I would think by the time those two characters come in, we're probably not fighting AIM. You know what I mean, Brooks? You on the PS5? Looks really good. Yeah, I am on the PS5. I'm on the PS5, guys. So this is PS5 without the next-gen patch. And then obviously on the next-gen patch, it'll be You know, I don't know if there'll be any sort of benefits that, I mean, obviously like improved heroic visuals and stuff like that, but without like a 4K display, I'm not sure how much of that I'll see. But obviously there'll be some visual effects that'll definitely be better. Destruction will be better. Obviously, when you fight an enemy and you kind of do damage to them, you'll see it more. But a lot of the impact that next gen will have was obviously like a stable 4K 60. But I don't have a 4K monitor, so unfortunately not. Next gen is the reintroduction. Yeah, true. Atomicos, what's up, man? Welcome in. Good round, guys. Yeah, good round. If they do Hero Patrol, I hope they have some cool chase sequences, like stopping helicopters guys who stole something from a lab and they're shooting out of it. That'd be kind of cool, right? Like adding little objectives into like a patrol mode kind of thing. I think it's something they'll probably look to do. I think it's, like I said, it seems like it's a matter of time before we get a patrol mode. And the more they add to it and obviously make it a little more diverse every time you go into it is, you know, beneficial to the player, right? I have to get going to work. See you guys. Yo, Taboo, take it easy, man. Have a good time at work. Hope it's not too crazy, man. Wait, what time is it? You're going to work at 8:30? Oh, I've done those shifts before, man. If you're in the same time zone and you're starting at 8:30, I've done that before, bro. Those are tough. Those are tough shifts, man. Those are really, if anyone's worked night shifts before, those are really tough. Are we doing Mike? Yo, I don't do Mike, Brooks, only because I talk to chat and I try to keep myself clear to talk to chat, you know? But if I'm on and I'm not streaming, I do Mike. I talk with people. Do you think Avengers Tower could be a base in the Eastern Seaboard home to season 2 characters? Yeah, TJ, that's a really interesting question, man. I think it's a matter of time before Avengers Tower becomes like some sort of mission or hub or something. I definitely think we'll move away from the helicarrier at some point, and we'll go back to the Avengers Tower. It's a matter of time. How that kind of takes place, whether it's in a mission or whether it's just kind of there or whatever, like, or you know what I mean? Like, it's literally just a matter of time. For all we know, it could be like a cutscene. Like maybe, you know, AIM will always be around, but maybe we push back AIM so much we get a cutscene of all of them kind of retreating, and as they retreat, they leave Avengers Tower, and you know, like who knows, right? Like who knows whether it's going to be in a mission or a cutscene or whatever. But eventually, we do get Avengers Tower back. We would have to. We would have to. But what's going on though, Dip Dip? I didn't say hi to you, buddy. How you doing? Black Panther and Winter Soldier would be next DLC coming up. Makes more sense to Captain Marvel right now. They gotta build the team up first, and Marvel will balance the war. Yeah, I don't think Captain Marvel is on her way, very anytime soon. I definitely think she's coming this year, but I definitely think it's like Black Panther, Spider-Man next, and then after that, I mean, it's up for debate. I would assume, but I don't see Captain Marvel coming before any of those guys. For example, I think Captain Marvel will definitely be a little bit later on. But I mean, you know, that's something we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure we'll get the order on Thursday, and we'll all be either very excited or very not excited when we get that order. You know what I mean? Avengers Tower as a hub would be so sick. Agreed. Actually, they said in one of the elevator talks, Avengers Tower is destroyed probably when a Loki attacks, so they formed in this universe too. Wait, really? Did I miss that? I think we have to get some sort of Avengers Tower, right? Or like Avengers Mansion, even. Like, it just seems like we have to get like some of the iconic Avengers locations, right? Like having the Avengers without an Avengers Tower, even like, you know, even if they have to like rebuild it or whatever, just seems like, you know, it's one of those things that it's just like, really? It just seems like that's something we'll have to get. I can understand like right now, like narratively wise, like, you know, we're just kind of coming back. We're still dealing with like the fallout of like, you know, the 5 years in AIM and everything. So maybe it doesn't make sense, but I think we'll have to see Avengers Tower eventually because it just would make sense narratively to have it. You know what I mean? It's 5:36 right now. I'm in Cali. Okay, Tabby. Okay, that's not too bad, man. That's usually about time I start work, actually. Like tomorrow, for example, I start at 4:30. The day after that, I start at 4. But I've done like those shifts, man, where I start at like 8 and then, you know, I go to like 3 in the morning or whatever, and I'm just like, those are the tough ones, man. Those are the tough ones, bro. But have a good night at work, bro. Have a good night at work, man. There'll definitely be a mission, hopefully, storming Avengers Tower and taking it back. Yeah, that'd be very cool. We have to get Avengers Tower, right? Like, there's no way. There's no way. I mean, I'll be even upset if we never get to see an Avengers Tower in this game.
Let's check it out.
All right, let's go.
But I should be able to bypass
Over
the
there,
manual
go with the
controls.
Hulk. Mr. RCPD.
Yes, either they're part of AIM or some kind of radical.
The character is Black Panther. How would he fit in? Because I haven't heard any major references to him unless I'm dumb. I mean, it's a good question, man. Like, Wakanda, obviously, in Marvel has been such a secluded area, secluded place. I don't know outside of the game, you know, whether it's in, like, the tie-in comics or the novel, for example, if there's been any major references to him. But I imagine, you know, obviously when it comes to, like, an alien invasion,
Which is
you know,
probably a bad thing.
Roger that.
you kind of have to bring together everyone you can. I imagine they probably know of him to a degree, but I imagine, you know, that's probably going to be part of the story too a little bit. It's definitely going to be one of those things that they're going to have to cover a little bit of ground to kind of introduce him and introduce where he is in the world and everything. But it'll be exciting, man. I mean, let's see how it goes. I hope they don't drop the ball with this announcement. Me too. I don't think they will, though. I don't think they will. I think we'll be all right on the 18th, man. I think the 18th is gonna be fun. Dude, you're growing a beard. I was trying to grow. I have really bad genetics when it comes to facial hair for some reason. Every other male in my family can grow facial hair. I can't. So I gave up on the beard and I just went with the mustache. And if you guys are familiar with Keanu, who's a narrative writer over at Nix's, he like watched the video this morning. He like tweeted me, and he's like, "You're rocking that mustache." I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'm not. Like, it's terrible. Like, it just doesn't grow full. Like, it looks ugly. Like, it's terrible." They give Spidey a Tony Stark arc reactor bike to travel at non-cities. Yeah, I don't know if they would do that, because it's an interesting suggestion, but I feel like they do that, then like the people who want Cap to have a motorcycle will have like more of a reason. I don't know if they'll ever introduce like travel devices like a motorcycle or a bicycle or anything like that. Just because I think like it just opens up, like you're almost trivializing like your own worlds a little bit there and kind of making them like feel small. But it is interesting to see that, you know. I think the Spidey thing, I think there's been a few suggestions here with Spider-Man in particular that, you know, you can almost do like the zip lining, or you can do like the catapult kind of thing, or you do like the gliding. There's a few things in Spider-Man that people have suggested in here tonight that actually make a lot of sense. It's just a matter of like seeing what they do with him in particular. I think if you give Spider-Man a bicycle, I think people are just gonna be like, what is this? You know what I mean? Hold on, Brooks, let me come get you. I got you. I seen the tower, but couldn't go in it. Yeah, like I don't get what people complain about characters. I get people want them. Don't expect Doctor Strange right up front story-wise. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I mean, like I think the problem is like people just like want their favorite characters, right? And to a degree, like I sympathize with them, obviously, right? Because like there's characters I obviously want in the game, and you know when I don't get them, you know it does kind of suck. You know, but definitely, like, you know, they do have a story to tell that they're proud of and they want to work in, right? So we'll just have to wait and see. I think eventually, you know, we'll get to the point where everyone will more than likely be as satisfied as realistically as possible, right? Like, I say Silver Surfer. We're never going to get a Silver Surfer in this game, right? But if you're someone who wants, like, a Vision or a Doctor Strange or an Ant-Man or a Falcon, I imagine if the game kind of continues on and, you know, kind of moves and does its own thing, you'll get those characters for sure. It's just unfortunately, you know, people don't want to wait, and I understand that too. It's just, you know, it is what it is, you know. Didn't AIM take the tower? I thought they did. Brooks was saying it got destroyed. I thought it was taken. Kate and Kamala have straight up name drop Wakanda? That's right. That's right. I know Kate did, right? Kate definitely did in taking aim. I have a theory. What if Peter Parker was at an 8A and the spider that been exposed to terrorism and he blames Avengers for the powers because at the end? Ooh, retconning Spider-Man's origins, eh? Are we going like that, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 route? Ooh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, Spider-Man can be such a divisive character that like any sort of changes to Spider-Man is going to be met with a little bit of pushback. It's really tough. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what they do with him. I mean, like I said, I think there's going to be people who are happy and there's going to be people who are very not happy with him. Doing something like that could be a very interesting twist to tie it in universe. I just don't know if people would look at that and be like, this is a great story. If they look at that and be like, this is like not the Spider-Man I wanted in this game, you know? I don't know. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Oh, let's hit my bum by accident. My beard and mustache won't connect to save my life. Harry, that is the worst thing, man. I deal with that all the time, bro. I hate that. It like, gets to like my cheek like right here, and I'm just like, come on, can you not just, you know, the extra 2 centimeters? Like, come on, really? Brutal. Brutal. I think after Clint, we'll go back to the reason time not to prepare for the Kree War. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, Mom. With all these heroes, they can implement so many things like bad guys see certain heroes be cool, they ran away in different ways. Oh, that's interesting. I think Destiny does that too. If you kill a bunch of enemies, some of them run. Am I correct on that? Or where have I seen that before? I've seen that somewhere. If the beard are all my body, they probably identify me as a dog, not a human anymore. Jesus Christ. Iron Man was able to fly off the grid before the patch by fluke. Yeah, that's right. The skybox was broken, right? Or the barrier was broken. So you could fly out of the map, essentially. Can I play it? Yeah, Kyler. I think after this, we'll swap some people out. And we'll definitely bring you in, man, for sure. We're basically doing it. People are just going to get like 1 round in. And then I'll try to bring someone else in. And then we'll just kind of do that until... We'll probably do like another 3-4 rounds of it. And then, yeah. They really need at least one magic character to spice. Yeah, they do. They do. Definitely a magic character can spice things up and give a different way to like play the game. AIM did take the tower. Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought, Harry. Spider-Man Origins. Hope CD is watching this. There's a lot of good ideas we're all talking about. I hope so. Like I said, Darth, I know some people at Crystal Dynamics do watch my videos. I don't know if they watch my streams though, because I usually stream when they're off work. So you know, obviously, you know, I imagine with anybody who works, right? You don't want to think about work when you're not working, right? I don't know if they ever go back and like rewatch a stream VODs, but I definitely know they watch videos. I definitely know they watch videos. Can I play with you? Yeah, Kyler. I'm like I said, bro. I'm gonna get you in. I'm gonna get you in. I don't think you should mess with his origin, man. Yeah, the Spider-Man origin stuff is like, it's one of those things where I think if you mess with it too much, people get very upset with it. You know, that was like one of the biggest criticisms with Spider-Man 2, right? Or sorry, Amazing Spider-Man 2, was like they kind of messed with it a little bit, right? And I say a little bit, but I mean, I think it's relative at that point, depending on who you ask. And one of Super Rebel's videos, he shows you the tower. Okay, yeah. Can March 18 be here yet? Yeah, honestly, Justin, I wish.
Nice work.
Few more days, few more days. We're almost there.
I can't tell you how valuable
Who runs faster, Spidey or Cap? Curious? I don't know, actually. Why are you not playing Hawkeye? I wish. I wish. I wish I was. I think the last one, or the first one in here between the 3 of you is Kieran, right? Spudo Man? Kieran, do you mind just dropping out and I'll bring Kyler in? Is that okay with you, man? I can already see Black Panther and Black Widow talking about which one's better at fighting. I just fell through the map. Oh, really? RCPD? Are patterns still in the game? Yes, but patterns are being taken out on the 18th. And they're going to be, like, it's a part of a 2-part marketplace update, or a vendor update, I should say, not marketplace. So patterns do drop currently right now, but I've heard from people that like patterns like are there in the game, but they just don't drop. Like it's just broken beyond belief. Like they just can't get any of the drop out of the chest. So it's one of those things where they're there, yes, technically, but yeah, you're not gonna get any. And if you do, like, go buy a lottery ticket. Miss Marvel is Captain Marvel's room. How's everything going, Sean? Yo, what's up, Marvel Studios? I'm good, man. I'm good. How you doing? It's been a while. Dip, take it easy, man. All right, Kyler. Playboy Kai. All right. Playboy Kai. Let's get you in, man. Let's do it. I think we're just going back and forth between Tachyon Rips, man. Not good enough. I know. For real, that would explain why she said it might be destroyed. True. They made it so his dad basically planned for him to be a Spider-Man was done. Yeah. Yeah, and that's like the thing, right? You got to be very careful with the Spider-Man origin stuff. Like, you don't want to tweak it too much, you know? Wonder how many seasons until there's a possibility for a Thanos boss. I think if we ever get Thanos, it'd be like the last year of the game of support. Damn, getting my patterns up before the 18th. Still got some AUs. Yeah, the pattern stuff is like one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's like right now it's still technically in the game, but like I know personally, I just can't get them. I just can't get them, you know? They drop after Mega Hives? Oh, do they actually? Is that a confirmed drop, Asher? Because I know people have been running vaults and just going to DNA chests, but they've said, like, they just can't get them, you know? Your name is John? I thought your name was Bob? Wait, why would you think my name was Bob? Do I look like a Bob? Do I look like a Bob? Bob the Builder? Do I look like a Bob? Miss you so much, my friend Megan, jumping at the next cycle. Yeah, dude. Why not? I think we might have a spot for you right now, actually, if you want to come in. Thanks, that was fun. Yeah, I appreciate you hanging out, man. Playing a few rounds with me, Kieran. Let's get Spider-Man and Black Panther on March 18th. I'm sold on this. True. True. Hold on. Black Panther coming on the 18th? No, Justin, it's just people are speculating that we're going to get an announcement regarding Black Panther on the 18th, which I probably will say is probably safe to say. I think we're going to get a roadmap, but I think a part of that announcement, you'll probably see some sort of Black Panther announcement as well, you know? Spider-Man runs fast in the cap, like way faster. It's not even a competition. Oh, see, we have the #1 Spidey fan in here. Any Spider-Man questions, we'll just direct to the #1 Spidey fan. Thanks for your service and answering all Spider-Man related inquiries. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, we got everyone. Okay, yeah. Marvel Studios, we'll bring you on the next one. We'll bring you on the next one. I got you on the next one. Which one did we just do? I think we did. Yeah, we'll do breakout. We'll do breakout. Yeah, it's the only place they drop now. Yeah. So I mean, that's why it's part of like the whole thing they're kind of redoing, right? They're redoing everything because like patterns at this point, it's just like, you know. Oh, someone wants to do a hive? Ooh, okay. Okay. That's fine. Only get patterns at the last mega hive. Yeah, see? I just had another idea. What if one of Spider-Man's suits is a Star Trek suit and it's Iron Spider? He's gonna make it. Yeah, I mean, I think Iron Spider is probably a safe bet, you know? I think Iron Spider is probably like a safe bet to have as a costume. I think if you're looking at costumes like Iron Spider, like symbiote maybe, like that'd be kind of cool. I'm a big fan of Superior Spider-Man, so for me, I think Superior Spider-Man would be good. But I mean, there's so many Spider-Man costumes, right? There's so many that you could look to implement. I imagine like people are gonna want like the MCU suits or like the movie suits in general, right? So like Tobey's Spider-Man or Andrew's Spider-Man, like it's gonna be one of those things where I think like I said, I think the MCU stuff is regarding a licensing thing, but I would hope that in the Spider-Man contract they've included the movie suits in there so that they don't have to go through another additional contracting situation and licensing issue, so that people can get like their movie suits with Spider-Man. Like if not on the day, they get them like short after, you know? If they don't do that, and like that's something that Insomniac had to learn from too. So it's like lesson learned for Sony. So like, you know, lesson learned, you know, solution implemented right away kind of situation. I kind of think that when Black Panther was originally going to be announced, there was going to be a different story for season 1, and maybe the King Clinton of season 2 could be completely wrong. I think the story was always kind of similar to like what we're getting out of it. If you guys remember the state of the game, not the state of the game blog, but the video that came after where Scott Amos was on with Andy, this was back in like October. It was always going to be Shield Substation 0, Tachyon Rifts as one update. It was going to be Cloney Lab as the next update. Then it was going to be Kate and then Clint. So the only thing that's really been thrown out of whack here has been Cloney Labs. It was originally what they had said back in October. I think what they were trying to do is to show that Black Panther was on the way very early, so that if you're kind of looking at the game and going like, where is Black Panther going to be? You had a reason to still be excited for the game because he was coming, kind of thing, right? Obviously that didn't happen, and we're in the situation we are in now. But I think they were just trying to get ahead of like the conversation of like where's Black Panther, just like kind of like they were like where's Hawkeye, where's Clint, right? And they you know, they teased that for a little. I think they were trying to like ease the concerns that people had about Black Panther and him not being in the game. It's just unfortunately, you know, obviously Chadwick and the situation that happened, and you know, then development of the game went south, and you know, situations happen, and unfortunately shit doesn't fucking always work out, right? I'd be up for a round. Perfect, man. We'll get you in. We'll get you in. So I think we'll get Marvel Studios in, and we'll get Allfather in for the next one, guys. Like I said, guys, we're trying to rotate people in tonight. Obviously, make it as fair as we can to everyone who wants to get a turn in. You know, make sure everyone gets a chance to play. I think they're going to have to scale Captain Marvel down real hard. It's kind of funny how Hawk and Thor die in this game. Yeah, I mean, that's part of the conversation, though, Brooks. You know what I mean? When it comes to, like, power fantasy versus game balance. I mean, it's always going to be a conversation when you have these, like, super OP characters who can do, like, super OP things. And then due to, like, the design of the game, they die to, like, henchmen, for example, right? It's always going to be a conversation, and it's always going to be about balance. How do you, like, balance it to make it fun and fair, but to still do those characters justice, right? I mean, we saw sort of the conversation with Thor. You know, Thor was, like, super OP. We see the conversation with Hulk, and Hulk's been ongoing since the game released, right? You know, it's definitely going to be like a conversation forever with this game and with comic book games in general, right? How do you represent the character by still keep the game fun and balanced? Spidey is a borderline speedster. All right, number one Spidey fan says Spider-Man is Mach 2, twice the speed of sound, running feet, and was nerfed later to running at 250 miles with ease. He's way faster than the Cap. My man can run, dude. My man can run. I know CD skins are hit and miss, but I'm still excited for their take on the Scott. Yeah, I mean, like, some of their skins, like I said earlier, you know, depending on how you look at a lot of their skins, you know, obviously everyone has different thresholds. Some skins hit, some skins miss. I mean, I'm using the most basic Cap costume right now, right? Like Project Rebirth, for example. It's definitely one of those things where it's like some costumes you're going to love, some costumes you're going to hate. I definitely think, you know, Spider-Man is going to be, like, I think, like I said, the level of care that you have to put in with Spider-Man is monumental in comparison to a lot of the other characters, I think, just because he is who he is and the fan base that he has. But I think the costumes that you get with Spider-Man would be very well done. I wouldn't worry too much about that. I think in general, what we're seeing with the costumes is we're seeing Crystal Dynamics sort of improve in some areas. Like I said, obviously design philosophy has shifted away from reusing assets as much as possible to maximize the value out of them, to try and move away into like a more diverse selection of assets being used and to try to diversify their offerings. And obviously, ideally, that continues on and gets even better. And I think we're seeing that with like a Hawkeye, for example. Hawkeye looks to have like the best assortment of costumes that anyone has right now. You know, Hawkeye's getting better costume than Thor has, right? Like the Thor mains are a little upset, but we'll have to wait and see. I forgot, how did they nerf Thor again? I think it was just, I would have to talk to a Thor main, but Thor was able to do some crazy like heroic numbers and stuff like that. Like Thor at launch was like just broken with like his scaling. No, they didn't nerf Thor. I think it's just the scaling of his heroic rating, right? Like, and how crazy his abilities were scaling high. Like, I don't know if they nerfed him, but I think there was talks about nerfing him, right? Like in the community at least. I really want the symbiote suit. Same. I wanted that Iron Man skin for so long. Which one? Oh, the classic, like the one, like I refer to this as the Alex Ross one because I always look at the skin and picture like his cover arts. I think this one is in his section of the store. If you go to the marketplace and you go to his section of the store, it's in there. I think that's one that never gets rotated out. I thought they did. I could be wrong. I just remember there's a lot of conversation around him. I have a question. I don't know what the Ronin skin for Hawkeye is going to in the marketplace challenge card. TJ, we actually don't know that yet, man. We don't know that. That's I had thought he's going to be a separate purchase, but it's very well possible he could be in the challenge card to entice people to buy it. Could be remembering incorrectly. I mean, I have a really bad memory, so I could be remembering incorrectly. I would buy those skins to get more accurate and stop putting their own spin on it. Yeah, some of them they can do really well. But like even the one that just came out about Hawkeye 2 days ago, I looked at that and I was like, oh yeah, like, you know what I mean? But I've actually had people say like that's like a skin they look at and they're like that's pretty good, right? It's all like, yeah, some skins are gonna hit with people, some skins are gonna miss with people. I wouldn't mind seeing them kind of put their own spin on a skin, but alongside that, releasing like the original version of it, like ripped right out of the books, right? So you have like the Crystal Dynamics version, and then you have like the original version. And, you know, at that point, everyone wins. You know what I mean? There's no one that's losing in that situation. That could be like a good little medium they do eventually. I think at that point, everyone's happy. You know what I mean? No one's looking at that and saying, like, you know, they're upset. They're like, oh, I get my other version, which is good. And everyone wins. Maybe that's a little too naive of me, though. Like a turd in the wind? Wait, what? Spider-Man was always meant to be tremendously strong. I mean, he took on the Avengers the first time he met them. He didn't beat them, but he wasn't falling behind at all. He flipped Cap over his shoulder. Yeah, Spider-Man, if I remember correctly, when I was reading Superior Spider-Man, Doc was surprised at, like, how strong he actually was, because it just proved that, like, he was always pulling his punches with his villains, right? I think that's, like, a pretty classic, like, Superior Spider-Man moment. Because, like, if I remember correctly, he, like, punched Scorpion's jaw, like, clean off or whatever, right? It was, like, a pretty big moment in that run, I think.
That squad member has been neutralized. Another enemy defeated.
I'm a Thor main, but I don't see what they nerf. You can run through any level of Thor, whatever. It could have been there was just conversation around it, Mob, and I'm misremembering, man. I mean, I misremember a lot of stuff, bro. Like, so for me, like, I remember the conversation surrounding it, but it definitely could have been like they never got around, they never did it, and I could just be like misremembering. Totally. I'm a Thor. Sorry, I read that. They said their Spider-Man is an adult, so I think Stan Lee's Spider-Man is probably in his 30s. Well, that's a good one. How long do you think Future Perfect Story will be?
Which is not surprising given its main purpose.
I imagine story-wise, you'll probably play a good chunk of. You'll probably dedicate a good chunk of your day. I don't think it's gonna be like a multi-day kind of thing, you know. And if you're just talking pure story missions, you're probably looking at probably a good chunk of your day, man. I'm scared to put an hour number on it, but I think it's gonna be it's not gonna be something you're done within like 3 hours or something. I think it's gonna be quite a bit. I would imagine there's gonna be quite a bit there. I would think. Venom said like a turd in the wind. Oh really? Would be great to have helmet, beard, and hair options for Thor to be changed. Might have to make a concept for that. Oh, there you go. I also fought all the X-Men Secret Wars 1 the first time you met them. Not even Nightcrawler could match Spidey's speed and agility. Damn, Spider-Man OP. Spider-Man OP. Spider-Man needs to be nerfed, man. Who's with me? We're nerfing Spider-Man. I'm going to call Nick Spencer tomorrow. I'm going to tell him. I'm going to be, hey, buddy, you got to start nerfing this guy. Actually, speaking of Nick Spider-Man's run, I think the new trade paperback comes out on Wednesday. Volume 11. So that's exciting. I'm going to have to go to the comic book store before work and pick that up. All right, we're going to have to pop my ult here in a second. Hold on. Okay. We're going to do that now. Talk about getting melted, man. Let me tell you, my damage is so different between, like, you know, ultimate on and ultimate off, man. Holy crap. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, I can't even hit this guy. I can't even hit this guy. Never mind. Never mind. Thursday, not that long off? You're definitely right, man. Not that long. First cosmetic skin that I want to see for Spider-Man, Scarlet Spider. Scarlet Spider is one that I see, you know, a lot of people talk about too. Scarlet Spider could be pretty cool. I think it's definitely a one that could be very cool. Spider-Man has so many good iconic costumes. I think there's so many to choose from. The problem is like there's so many to choose from. You know, which ones get done and which ones get not done. You know what I mean? And that's going to be like the very interesting thing to see what happens. What's your favorite skin? Like Gladiator Hawk, Ultimate Patriot for Cap, Lustrous Armor for Iron Man, Unworthy Thor. Out of those ones, I think probably Unworthy Thor is probably the one I would like the most. Gladiator Hulk is like cool. I'm gonna pick it up actually probably at the end of the stream tonight, just because I only have him in gray and I don't have the original one. But I think I'm of the opinion that I think I might like King Hulk more than Gladiator Hulk a little bit, to be honest with you. Sony doesn't deserve Spider-Man.
You want to help me play a prank on the new kid?
Sponging off Scorpion's jaw was hilarious. Aqua was an awesome Spidey. Yeah, he was. Where is he now? He has like his own Spider-Man body, and he's in like the West Coast, right? San Francisco, I think he is. I haven't kept up with that, but it might be something I pick up and read. Do you think the Spider-Man story won't be that important to the overall story since the PlayStation? Yeah, it won't be. It won't be. I can't see Spider-Man having like a big story if he is actually a permanent exclusive. Even if he's timed exclusive, you can't write him with a big story because like, what if it's like a year until people get to experience that, right? So like narratively, you're instead of writing one story at that point, you're almost writing two different stories, and you're gonna have to like try and merge them together like later on. It just doesn't make a lot of sense actually. He'll have a story and it'll be like significant to like Spider-Man itself, but I don't think it'll be significant to the overall narrative at play. No. Yes, he needs to be nerfed. I vote yes on Spider-Man's nerf. Good. There we go. We got one person. I'll make the call tonight. Spider-Man has been nerfed enough. No more, please. Okay. Maybe I won't make the call to Nick Spencer, okay? Just kidding. I don't have Nick Spencer's number. Don't worry. I don't have his number. We're not friends. Oh my god. Am I squishy? I'm so squishy. There we go. Hold on. Hold on. So squishy. This build is not going to work for Cloney Labs, let me tell you. This is not going to work for Cloney Labs. The damage does, but the squishiness definitely does not. I'll get eaten alive, man. Yo, you need to start pulling your punches. I need to start pushing my punches is what you mean, Brooks. My goodness. My Thor's most OP move is the spin attack. It shreds through shields. Yes, Thor honestly is like super good. Like Thor doesn't need anything to be good. He just needs to be himself, and he's super good. Would a Spider-Man exclusivity, if he comes to a new region, have that region Xbox version of some missions that don't have Spider-Man in that region satisfy the whole player base? Yeah, that's a good way to do it. I don't know if he's gonna come with a whole region, because the latest thing that we saw out of like the latest dev build, right, in the blog was that there was 9 regions a part of that. Obviously, number 8 is future and like Wastelands, obviously, and then number 9 is more than likely Wakanda. So I don't know if Spider-Man would come with his own kind of region. I think he'll come with like his own exclusive missions within like Eastern Seaboard, for example. I just can't see them giving his own region. You know what I mean? Like, but if they were, that is a good way to do it, right? I don't know if that's something I can see them doing. But I mean, who knows, right? Like, I imagine like whatever's in that contract they're mandated to do. So maybe Sony stipulated in that contract that he has to have a region, right? I don't know. Xbox players deserve Spider-Man, not Sony. Oh yeah? Okay. I mean, I'm gonna be on Xbox soon, so I mean, I feel you. I'll feel ya. Trust me. If I become a Spider-Man main and then I play on Xbox and I know Spider-Man, it's gonna suck, you know? It's gonna suck ass. She-Hulk with more melee moves, should this game will catch up to the MCU hype to grasp people's attention? Yeah, of course, Mob. Like, they're gonna have to play into the MCU hype a little bit, just for like that casual kind of like attention that it would grab, right? Like, imagine seeing like She-Hulk's TV show, and then like go like then they'd be like, oh, you can go play like Marvel's Avengers with She-Hulk, right? Like, it's a smart business move to do that. And to be honest with you, I'm surprised that like they haven't done it yet, right? Like, that's why, like, who knows like what kind of announcements the 18th will bring, right? Like on the eve of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right? And Danny Koo's tweet saying look up to the skies, like, who actually knows if there's something hidden there, you know? But it definitely makes sense to try and play into those connections, just because it does bring positive attention to the game. Yo, Benzo, I'm doing well, man. Hope you're doing well yourself. Nice to see you. Seriously, wouldn't mind if you literally just showed up to help. Would just want to play and the story would be a big bonus. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Who do you think is playing Spider-Man? I don't know, actually. I've heard some names thrown around tonight, even like Yuri Lowenthal, Josh Keaton. I said earlier, Darth, that like I'm not too particular of voice actors for any particular game or show or movie or whatever. You know, if I hear something I don't like it, then I'll be very critical of it. But as long as it sounds good, you know, I don't think of like one person in mind and I'm like, this is the person I want to play this. It's just like, you know, if the person they end up picking anyways does a good job, I'll be happy with it. Sony hates us, so we won't get Spider-Man. Sony confirmed it. Yeah, true. Sony hates Xbox players. Confirmed. Best line in my squishy. Need classic scales and wings on ears capsuit. True. As a cap main, I'm with you on that one. I need that. Since Captain America can't do the taxes, people hate this game. Hate you if you like anything about it. True. True. I can't do my taxes, and I hate this game. My taxes are way too complicated. I can't do them. And that means I hate this game. No, I'm just kidding. I hear what you're saying, though, Mom. I hear what you're saying, though.
I almost feel like a bully.
I just heard you talking about Spidey. Like, Vernie's the only one exclusive character in the game. So, like, we have any other... Yeah, he's the one and only. And that's only because, like, we can talk about, like... There's a conversation to be had about, like, the way Sony and Microsoft both approach exclusives and how they do them differently. You know, Sony is not against paying for exclusive things in games that are multi-platform to bring people over. They're also not against paying for like developers and publishers, but it has to make sense. And as we see with Microsoft, they're totally not against buying up big publishers to bring exclusive games over either, right? Like it's totally two different scenarios and two different strategies, which is why I think anyone who at this point is still holding on hope for an exclusive character on Xbox, just you got to look a little bit deeper than like your want and see like business strategies at play and why it doesn't make sense for Microsoft to do that. All right, can we get some damage without my ultimate here? Yeah, sorta, kind of, sorta. Oh, that was a lot of damage actually. That was a fuck ton of damage actually. How's Captain America? I still haven't played him. Captain America is a lot of fun, man. It totally captures like what Captain America would be. I just have my Captain America built up to where I have to do my ultimate to get a lot of damage. And if I don't do my ultimate, I don't get a lot of damage with him. But if you're looking at like Captain America, I think he's a fun character, man. I really do enjoy playing him. Anyone who followed my Avengers journey back in like September knows that like every day for like 6 hours, I would just come on and play Captain America over and over and over again. And it was just, for me, that was like the most fun I was having with this game. Probably usually gets whoever is currently voicing the cartoons in another game. If he's younger, he might get the voice from the current cartoon. If he's older, most likely Yuri Lowenthal. Okay, okay. Number one Spidey fan is like the perfect resource to have in this chat, dude. I really appreciate you being in here. They've already got the Manhattan location. I can see them reworking those assets for a mission or two. That's a good point, Electro. That's a good point. We all know Falcon's coming, but I would like Daredevil. Do we know Falcon's coming? Do we? Daredevil and Hell's Kitchen and all that would be super cool.
I can't tell you how valuable this data is to us. Thank you.
Pandemic hurt them because they're going to bring in Scarlet, but this man also messed up the MCU days and Lana Space to get back. Yeah, I think it's a little bit of like every industry was hurt to a certain degree, right? It's just a matter of adapting, and you know, obviously as the world gets better, things can get sort of back to normal, right? I'm sure lots of us here in our own jobs, you know, felt it. You know, myself at being out of work for like most of 2020. I think in 2020 I worked for 2 months in total, like maybe 60 days. Probably more than 60 days. We're probably looking at like 70 days in total in 2020 I worked, you know? All right, so here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm thinking I'm going to bring in Marvel Studios and I'm bringing Allfather for the last one of the night, guys. So I think the first two in here were RCPD and Brooks. If you guys don't mind swapping out, I appreciate you guys, you know, playing. I think as the game gets in a more better, like I was going to say a more better state, but as the game gets in a better state, I'll be doing a lot more live streams. Obviously, we got one on Thursday coming up. Appreciate you guys. Thanks, guys. And we're definitely going to be doing a lot more gameplay streams like that and like this, too, even on the Xbox side. So Lots of opportunities for you guys to come in and to play. So appreciate you guys making this as seamless as possible and being as easy to deal with as possible. I know obviously everyone, you know, if people want to play, you know, I hope I just don't disappoint anyone. No, it's Wolverine. Yes, that's what you said, right, Allfather? It's Wolverine. And then I don't know the last half of it. It's K-U Kazuri. Got it. Perfect. Just like that. Just like that. Why is everyone talking about Spider-Man? Because Spider-Man's eventually coming to the game. Everyone's excited about Spider-Man. Is Spidey's other exclusive characters would be surprised, probably just fighting name. Didn't say anything about exclusive non-playable characters. Don't know MJ or Aunt May could show up. No, I think he'll get like a villain. I think he'll get a villain. It makes sense to bring in like a villain for Spider-Man. It really does make sense. I think you'll get like a villain attached to him. You probably won't get like Venom or Green Goblin, but you could get a villain, you know? I don't think you'll get like Scorpion, you know? Like there's a range obviously, right? You get like Dr. Octopus, Green Goblin, Venom up here, and then down here is like, you know, like Scorpion, and you know, maybe you get like a Vulture, Sandman. I've said Sandman. I think Sandman would be a perfect opportunity, you know? For me, like it just screams Sandman. Let's end it with a banger, us versus Abomination. Let's do it. What time is it there? It is 9:15. I'm in Toronto. So yeah, I'm on the East Coast. I want to go catch the end of the Washington Capitals game. They're winning right now, 5-0. So I try to line it up so I can watch the last period of it. Because I love hockey, man. I'm like a tried and true Canadian. I won't be watching Thursday. I'll be playing the Hawkeye DLC. Justin, that's all good, man. I imagine a lot of people are going to be playing the DLC. And like I said, like if anyone rather like, you know, stick out of the streams Thursday because they're playing, they don't want to be spoiled. Totally understand, man. Totally understand. I don't think the villain would be Doc Ock. Yeah, no, 100%. I don't think it's gonna be Doc Ock. I think if you're looking at a villain that could possibly be brought into the game alongside Spider-Man, I think for me personally, like Sandman is like right in that layer of like, you know, not too big, not too small, but he fits in perfectly. You know what I mean? Can you show us your loadout? Yeah, I can do that. Let me move my camera. Hold on.
Avengers.
There we go.
Resistance has located one of
so what do we got here? Inserts of the Storm for the first one. Just going to hold it on screen for a little bit so you guys can see it. Next one is going to be Targeted Protection Resonator right over here. And then Reactive Graviton Explosive Chest Plate right there. And then Helm of the Super Soldier. So yeah, as you can see, my defense is pathetic, but I load up on that heroic rating. So I am very squishy. It's something I'm going to have to tweak a little bit. You know, as harder content comes around, as Chapter 4 comes around, or Challenge 4, sorry. As Colonial Labs comes around, it's definitely going to be tweaked. I am very squishy right now. Don't even worry about it. I am very squishy. Hydra Man would be... Yeah, Hydra Man would be cool, too. Spider Slayers would be cool. Shocker. Okay, Shocker. I don't know about actual Spidey villains. Surely they would fall under exclusive characters. They would just have a name. Well, I think the only reason I think about that, Benzo... only reason I think it'll be a villain because, like, I can't imagine Sony is going to want Spider-Man to come in without an exclusive villain. You know what I mean? To me, it just makes sense to bring a villain with them. I could totally be wrong, though. I'll be watching and playing because you're fun to watch. Hey, thank you. I haven't finalized what I'm doing yet on Thursday, but I will be live for the Square Enix Presents. So yeah, the Square Enix Presents at 1 p.m. as well as 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. I'll be in the charity stream. But anything other than that, I haven't finalized yet. I'm going to work on that. That's a beautiful loadout. Marvel Studios approves. Yeah, I don't know if it's beautiful, man. It's not beautiful when it takes 3 hits to kill me. I'm off work Thursday and play the story early, ready to play Cap while in your team. Hey, Kieran, appreciate that, dude. I'm excited for it. I think the villain will be Kingpin, Lizard, or Rhino. Ooh, Rhino? Rhino, eh? Kingpin too? That'd be cool. There's so many good ones to pick from, man. I hope we get a villain. I hope we get a villain with Spider-Man. There's so many cool ones. Oh my god, Rhino would be cool. Lizard, Kingpin. So many good ones, man. Electro, I feel like, yeah, Electro too. Electro, I think obviously what I said earlier still stands is like, I think it's going to be one of those things where Insomniac is going to have like first dibs on like certain villains. And if Insomniac has like plans for like villains, then like they're not going to want to like step on toes or whatever. But I definitely think it's one of those situations where like if Insomniac says like we have no further plans for like Electro, for example, or any of these other ones, like, you know, by all means. Yo, Andrew, what's going on, man? How you doing? How you doing? Hey, John, do you know the song Blarn by Bastille? I don't. Is it good? Is it something I should add to my playlist, Harry? Spider-Man with no villain would be lame? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Can't wait for these multiplayer fixes on the 18th. Yeah, same. If Miller's leak is true, then I don't know why War Machine would be the last on the release. He's like Iron Man, but more bulky, user fire. Well, TJ, it's an interesting point, man, because I think if you look at what they said about Hawkeye and Kate, for example, where they were planning to use them as like clone characters, and then they had to decide, then they decided not to do that. I think there's probably reason to believe they probably thought similar for War Machine and Iron Man, right? And that, I think you can further add to that speculation by Miller saying that he saw a lot of War Machine's kit being used in Iron Man, for example. So when you look at that, you can almost speculate to say that like maybe they had to stop development on War Machine so they could like sit him down and put him back on the whiteboard and come up with the unique concepts to him because of that reason. And that's why you haven't seen a lot of War Machine movement, and that's why he might be last on the list. But I mean, it's all speculation, right? But the story does logically follow itself, you know. Where do you get exotics? Been trying to get one, only got on legendary. Yes, you get exotics by playing the Mega Hive. If you complete the Mega Hive, you get 2 exotics for the character you finished it with. You get exotics from Tachyon Rifts. You get exotics from Last Avengers Standing. Those are the 3 main ones to get exotics from. You know, depending on what you do, obviously the Mega Hive is 2 guaranteed. The Last Avengers Standing, you have a pretty good chance of getting one. The Tachyon Rifts is kind of like where the chances and the percentage of you getting one are kind of lower, but they're also like shorter missions, so it might make more sense for you to run those ones instead. It all depends on like your time commitment and what you have, but those are the 3. Can I join back later? RC, I think I'm done for the night after this one, man. But I will be back playing probably Thursday night. So if you want to come hang out Thursday night, I'll definitely be playing then. And same sort of thing. Anyone's more than welcome to come hang out and play and have some fun. You know what I mean? I think most villains that have great brood are able to work artificial intelligence. Ooh. Doing good. Thanks for asking. So excited. Thursday? Hey, I'm excited too, Andrew. I'm excited too. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. All right, guys. I think that's it for me tonight, man. So I just want to say thank you guys for hanging out, obviously. If you guys are interested, I recently started up a Discord. If you guys want to talk Marvel's Avengers, you guys want to talk Falcon and the Winter Soldier comic books, the whole kit and caboodle, feel free to join the Discord and come hang out, man. It'll be lots of fun. What the fuck, man? I wanted to fight Abomination. Yeah, it didn't really work out that way, eh? But yeah, I'll be back Thursday night, guys. Obviously, we're going to be hanging out. We're going to be talking Square Enix Presents. We're going to be talking Future Perfect. We're going to be talking Hawkeye. That's going to be it, man. Lots of stuff coming up this week, obviously. Lots of cool things coming. So, once again, appreciate you guys all hanging out tonight. Appreciate you guys all sticking around. And, yeah, obviously, once again, Allfather, thank you for the £2. Electro, thank you for the $5. You guys are legends. And I appreciate you guys so much for that. Appreciate everyone who's subbed and supported. You guys are crazy. And have fun in your hockey game. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yeah, I will see you guys later. And, yeah, once again, if you guys want to hang out, make sure you join the Discord. If not, then I'll see you guys Thursday. And, yeah, that's it. All right, see you later. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys.